into It's a Crit. I am CJ the DM here, and this is our campaign, FEYWILD Follies. Yes, so with me today I have Nedy, who's half asleep. We have Basil, who is stuffing his face with a bagel, I think. And then we have Aaron.
That's the burger.
Okay, same thing. And on the other side, we have Aaron. His hair is growing. Okay, and on the bottom, we have Dom. And last but not least is... I was gonna say Chris again because I read Chris him. Why did you say Chris? What? Oh, because your name is Chris.
What's his name?
I was thinking of Buckshot and I was like, what was Buckshot's name? I was like, oh yeah. Why did I introduce everyone's real name and then decided to look for Buckshot when I was wanting to introduce Chris himself?
Because you are...
I was
doing so great.
Close.
You're doing great, Siege. You're doing your best, and we appreciate it.
You just enjoy crushing and burning. You're like a shooting star.
Is that what it? Hey, boo. Okay.
You got 2 points.
Oh, thank you. Last we left off, the party was well, locked in combat once again, with this time a bunch of boomstick carrying crabs, or infused crabs, I would say, an octopus, as well as one sort of sea hag or witch, whom was swallowed by the old croaker, being Basil in old croaker form.
I am always not a croaker.
Yes, yeah, you're not wrong.
That's
I mean,
fair,
that's
fair.
that's a fair point. So
I have
you guys,
achieved my form.
You guys did achieve what was essentially victory, I guess. You did grab the gem that was requested by the satyr, and the well, the representative is gone, but I mean the satyr here at least did want it as well. So, party, how do you proceed? You have right now. We're at the moment where the old croaker has the sea hag in the stomach, and because of that, the creature inside will indeed be losing concentration. And with that loss of concentration, the fog dissipates. All of you on top of the water just see the fog roll away and disappear.
Huh. That seems natural.
Does it?
Winter does.
All right. How do you? So, yep. Well, and also the yes, that's right. Oznan made sure that Puck stayed asleep. So I'm not sure how you guys want to proceed. So it is up to you, party. What are you doing next?
I'm going to fly really close to the water and like kind of search the water.
Mm-hmm.
My dragon creature.
Okay.
Well, once you find something living, just tell me.
Because the draconic spirit has like 30 feet of blind sight or something. So even if the water is still murky, question mark?
The water is still kind of murky, but it's a bit clearer.
Okay. Yeah, it has 30 feet of blind sight, so...
Perfect.
I'm gonna try a surface for air.
Okay. Yes, you can indeed surface for air. 100 feet. Yeah. Again, you were holding your breath. You could hold your breath for what? Quite a while, I believe.
15 minutes.
You were 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Yep, so I think you're okay.
Oh.
And grab.
And grab.
Okay.
Like claw machine him out of there.
Okay.
Hi. Don't worry, it's me.
I go lax to try to slip out.
Just trying to slip out. Oh my god. Oh, welcome back in, random chair.
This is the second time a lost creature tried to grab me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sus. All I have to say is sus.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
Okay. With that being sus,
Gonna bring you over to the side and then drop you off again.
Where's Basil?
Bugs.
What?
frogs.
Frogs. I have no idea. It's very murky.
I think we lost Basil.
I mean, unless Basil decides to come up, Basil's gonna stay on the bottom of the lake, 100 feet down.
So, can I see the people that are at the top of the lake now?
The water's not 100% clear, so at 100 feet, no. Because
Okay,
water doesn't
got it.
reflect light very well, and this light's not very bright, so yeah, probably not.
Enough.
But you can
I
see
am
more than
going
5
to-
feet.
Okay, that's useful. I am going to start coming up.
Okay. Yep. You don't feel resistance in your mouth either.
Okay. That is, I'm worried now. Yes.
All right. You ascend,
I do.
and you break water. No, you break water means you're gonna give birth. you
Break the surface.
You break the that was it. That was the phrase. Break the surface. Breach the surface.
doing-
Thank you. Breach the surface.
Oh, there we
You
go.
breach the
Note that
surface.
it took 3 people to get to the actual like term.
No, I
It's,
knew,
like,
I knew what
completely
word
wrong.
it meant. I was just waiting to see if you
Halfway
could get there,
there,
but apparently not.
There we go.
Nope. Your faith was misplaced, my friend. All right, so, yes. Now that we have broken water, we will be continuing to.
Okay.
You're up on the surface, and with that winter crescendo, Buckshot, Draconic Spirit. I guess even Twig technically sees you from all the way over there. There's no fog anymore.
How much does
Spirit.
Twig weigh?
How much does Twig weigh?
How much does Twig weigh? Let me look
How
up
much
his.
does Twig weigh?
How much does Twig weigh?
How much does
How
Twig
much-
weigh?
How much do Twig weigh?
Let's have a poll.
Twig
How
weigh?
much does Twig weigh? No, I'm just kidding.
Twigway, honestly, Twigway
Let's check
sounds like a
some.
name.
It does.
I asked because if
Him.
could he fit on the carpet with me? Is it going to carry up to 400 pounds?
I think he weighs less than that, but let me double check.
I know you weigh less than 400, but your weight and my weight needs to not be.
Well, you're 100
And
and
you're-
How
what?
much do you weigh?
Crescendo's probably 180-ish, 200.
Plus your gear,
Oh,
yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
'Cause
no.
Twig
yeah.
is easily over 200.
Yeah.
And he has stuff, so yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, he's
And
gonna-
he has stuff.
Even like with winter and all winter's crap, like it's pushing it.
What?
Between Crescendo's weight plus his equipment plus you plus your equipment, I have a feeling you guys will get you around 400 pounds. We can figure that out off screen though.
Winter and his equipment is like 65 pounds together.
Heavy. Heavy
Oh,
cat.
Twig is 270 pounds, so.
Holy balls.
Oh.
Okay, fine. Maybe Winter and Twig could
Sure.
fit, but Crescendo can't be in there.
There you
goes
go.
that plan.
I have a dragon. I'm good.
Twig's fast.
What is the plan? You guys are just talking about.
Well,
Good diet. Next slice.
hey Chris, I think Basil's gone.
See a giant
Chris?
frog
Are you
Chris?
sure?
erupt from the surface of
Yeah, I
the
don't
lake.
know. I think he's gone. He's not here. I fished him out of the water. I don't know
No,
where
just-
no,
Basil
I
is.
think Basil's is fine.
Just because it would
Where?
be funny. Can I try to stick my tongue out and hit Winter?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know what that would be.
Let of tongue.
I think that's Chris's specialty, but Will there be an attack?
What? Yes.
Cool. All right. Okay, I don't think I hit.
I don't think so. All right, so you open your mouth to launch your tongue at Winter, and you feel something slide across your lips, oily.
Roll initiative. The hag is free.
This black slime, sludge almost, slightly chunky, just rolls across your face and back down into the water.
Oh no, I'm closing my mouth.
Okay, roll me a dex check to see how fast you
Good.
close your mouth.
I thought you see if
Okay.
you bite your tongue.
I hope not. Wow. Okay.
Not very fast,
Oh,
and so
God.
all of
No.
the sludge is able to escape your mouth.
Fuck.
And with it, at the very tail end of it, the little purple crystal you see rolls out as well, plopping in the
Okay.
water.
Okay. I'm going to croak at the others to let them know that stuff is happening.
Okay, and it looks like we have a drop your weapon. So Croaker, your tongue has fallen off.
Ah, okay. Can I pick it? Can I pick it back up?
Yeah, you can certainly try. I don't know how you'll reattach it, but yes. Maybe you can use it as a whip instead now because your tongue has detached itself from you. Thank you, random chair. Yeah, you got him.
You can turn around.
A crocus tongue
Whoa!
does sound like a druid weapon.
Does sound like a
it
druid's
does.
weapon.
That is wow.
That's fair. Yeah.
You guys should pick that up. We could sell that.
Do we see the
Yeah, you all see that. Except for
No,
Twig, who's
the
like,
pur-
well, even Twig.
the purple crystal thing?
That's not normal. That's not normal.
Yeah, you see the black sludge and you see the purple crystal as
Ew.
well.
And
Oh,
you
I'm
see
gonna
the-
try
Is
to
that important?
just grab the crystal with my mage hand.
Okay,
I'm not, or get within 30 feet.
sure. So you, as you go toward to grab it with the mage hand, you see that the tongue then floats on the water. It seems to grab it. The tongue begins to turn a deep
Come on.
black color
What?
and begins to fester instantaneously. It seems like the sludge has begun to attach itself to the tongue and is now grabbing the crystal.
Can my dragon bite it
Sure.
to grab the crystal?
Of course your tongue... No, what? Dragon can bite the tongue.
Your tongue can bite the
My
dragon.
brain- I was like, what? I'm just think about the steps there for a second. Yeah, go ahead and have... with your mage hand, it's unable to tear away, so it's more than 10 pounds of pressure, the crystal from it. So go ahead and we can roll for bite of tongue.
Is that just a normal attack?
Yeah. Right? Yes. Do you have a special bite that I don't know about?
Roll for
Okay, no,
tongue
no.
bite is a phrase that I never thought I would hear.
This... 23.
Okay, your dragon does indeed bite it. Roll a con saving throw for your dragon, please.
Oh god. On...
Twig, what are you doing in the meantime? You're just watching all this from the other side of the lake. Are you going to go back to the bridge, or are you going to come this way?
Yeah. Twig is gonna see like all his friends kind of deal with the croaker
no.
whose tongue just fell off,
Oh, okay. So yeah, and
and he's gonna just go head back to Osnan. I can't do it personally because my page isn't loaded yet.
perfect. Yeah. So so Twig, as you turn around, you see that you see from across the lake, just out of the corner of the eye, all of a sudden that draconic spirit begins to heave, and the skin begins to slowly bubble black from the mouth backwards, very quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe we should avoid the dragon's doing a thing.
So Crescendo and Winter, can I have dex saves Crescendo with advantage, please? Crescendo's gone. Wait,
I was gonna
what
say, where is
happened?
Crescendo?
Crescendo.
Um,
Oh, one.
Oh,
Getting you new links right now. I don't know.
new links, got it. So in the can you also roll me a dex save with advantage, please, and Winter a dex save normal, since you're on the dragon?
No.
Because you're gonna love what happens next.
No.
Oh no.
Don't do that.
Don't do what? Nothing's happened yet.
Whatever horrible thing you have planned. That's my 5th
Wow.
level spell slot.
That's so sad.
That dragon is resembling his mom, just tinier.
Perfect. Even better.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, if I get another, like, if he has one more chance to do something, I tell him to spit it out on the ground, not the water.
Oh, I thought that was a dude.
Thought it was a dude. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah. So you can
Dragon.
definitely.
Oh god, I started off. Oh my god, I started with a 14,
Oh
and I
my
was like,
God.
this is gonna be a good dice day.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Oh.
Nedy, can you actually roll that with disadvantage, please?
King.
That's
It is
so
the
close to the
worst.
one. That is so close to the one.
It only almost went horribly wrong. It already went horribly wrong.
This is not good. Just spit it out. Spit it out.
Yes.
Yeah, CJ, I think I'm gonna stand up.
You're gonna stand up?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand over here with this
Ah, okay. Perfect.
Dave.
Wow, Crescendo, that's a good thing you have a well, yeah. All right. Great. So
Can you hear
yes.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
So Crescendo, you kind of just like see the dragon's head very quickly turning black, just like at the speed of just like shh, right? Starting to bubble and boil.
That's bad.
And you just see Crescendo kind of like get away, just floats away on this carpet. As the dragon begins to try to like heave and trying to cough out whatever it is, and this sludge just drops out of its mouth, and this larger chunk, tongue-sized chunk, falls out as well. As basically, Winter, you are on this dragon spirit that essentially gets consumed by this bubbling, boiling black, and just expands for a moment, and just
So we're just like,
explodes,
No, Mom.
and just
and then just
boom, just explode, and it's just like the everywhere in every direction. And well, Winter just falls about 20 feet into water, so there's no damage. But
Yeah,
that is
can
a
I try to catch him so he
yes
doesn't fall
with the
into
tongueless frog. Let's go.
With a sea hag.
And there's a,
There's so much going on, dude.
please just let me fall into the water.
all right, so Croaker,
Okay.
please do indeed open up your. You want to try to catch him? Go ahead.
Oh god.
I want to catch him on my back. I don't want to bite.
Booyah, you animal.
Sure. Just one dex check.
What? How,
Okay.
how could you do that to
Oh, by the way, it's
Basil?
disadvantage with that dex check because of thank you, Booyah, for disadvantage.
Fair
How
enough,
could
fair
you
enough,
do
enough,
that
enough.
to Basil?
He just comes in
My
here, he's like,
goodness.
disadvantage day. Oh my, perfect.
You know, last week it was
Heaven,
Basil
heaven.
supremacy. This week it's apparently hurt Basil as much as we can.
Oh my god.
It's
And
technically hurt you as much as we
Priorities.
can.
Right.
the croaker lunges through the water, just swiftly gliding across as if it were nothing but air. Winter, you're falling into the sky covered in goop. And as you're about to hit
fall
the...
into the sky?
I mean, fall into the...
Okay.
It's like the 20 feet of sky
Yeah,
that's
well.
there. I mean, technically it's sky. If you're looking from the water up, I mean, it's technically sky. Anyway, so...
The Feywild's weird.
you fall into the water, just and as you fall into the water, you open your eyes and look up, and there's a croaker who's trying to stop and does not.
Do I-
Bumping
What?
Winter up and out of the water, launching him. Boom! Crescendo, roll me a dex save to try to catch him.
What
Buckshot, you can also roll me a dex save.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, to Crescendo then.
Buckshot does the
I
pun.
ain't touching that goop.
Awesome, and Winter continues to fly. You just see the cap falls in the water, gets dumped, and just goes, literally just goes, whee!
I'm a beach ball.
Oh,
Dex save.
no.
Now, Winter, roll your dex saving throw to hopefully not receive hurt from this that has gone on.
Hurt.
I think I want to use a point of inspiration.
You want to use a
for
point of
that one.
inspiration? Okay, that brings you down to 3, adding a +2 to your total of this roll. Please go ahead and roll.
Oh, okay.
And you
Nice,
are indeed a
nice.
cat as you land on your paws, feet on the ground, and your soft, squishy pads absorb the fall damage. You are okay. Covered in goop, wet, and scared.
Okay.
Hey, what the hell's happening over there?
I don't want to do this anymore.
I can only imagine Twig's vantage point too, where he's just like, oh, thank you, random chair. Winter, you got a point of inspiration.
Oh, thank you, random chair.
That statement in itself is just thanks, random chair. It's just like a really like a child's like a child cartoon or something where the chair helps him out with advice. Anyway, so
I mean, it's a talking cat. It makes sense.
That's a fair point. I just imagine, Twig, like you're on the opposite side, right? You just see like the goop, and then all of a sudden, like the explosion of the goop of the draconic spirit. You just like see the croaker run into Winter. You see a little tiny speck go wee. Just
He doesn't know what's going on. He's like, Crescendo, should I go over there?
Buckshot.
Do what you want, big guy.
Buckshot point of
Shit
inspiration.
over here is pretty weird.
Thank you very much, Gonza.
This place is kind of weird. Basil killed someone tea.
Yeah,
Did you see that shit? It was crazy.
Oh, the dragon's dead.
Yeah, it exploded. It's technically just gone.
I'll take like 2 squishy steps and just...
Where's Basil?
Oh. And I'll prestidigitate myself too.
Perfect.
Ew. Like, oh.
Magic.
All right. And so you all
Did the dragon spit the thing out onto the land before it exploded?
spit what thing out?
Whatever it had. I told him to spit out, spit out!
Oh yeah. You told it to spit it. It was spitting out just globs of this like black, oily, chunky substance. Yeah.
Land or water though?
It was enough of it to probably land between both. Let's say you got a bunch on the ground right there.
Oh. Okay. We're going to go over here.
Now don't turn around, but there's a giant frog behind you guys.
it would be under me. I'm flying in the air carpet.
It's like its head is like at the level, just under the level of your carpet, essentially.
Mr. Quoker, have you seen Basil?
The frog is a little bit busy just searching for its own tongue. And you just hear a sad croak.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
I'll
Bless
send a message to the croaker.
Okay.
Have you seen my friend Basil? Is it true? He's pretty old. He's very friendly. Well, most of the time. He can murder people.
This isn't the first time we've seen Basil turn into this thing, isn't it? Is it?
No, it's not. It's not
Okay.
the first time.
Winter is a special case.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Are you guys talking
I
to
just
that
wanted to
frog?
be cute.
Twig just doesn't remember. He's like, yeah.
I was too busy fighting a wizard at the time.
Oh right.
Oh.
Oh, that's right.
I can't send you a message. You're like 5 feet too far away. I'm sorry, Mr. Twig.
Mr. Twig.
Sorry, Mr. Twig, sir.
I mean,
You're too far away from my
I mean,
spell.
you could you could literally step 5. That's fine. That's
No,
fine.
I can't.
You-
No. Here, it's the closest edge of the water is 125.
Oh, okay.
You can swim a little
Speaking
bit.
of water, where's that hag?
No.
I mean, it's pretty easy. We're not in combat, so that's not really that important. So you can send him a message right now.
Are you
Anyone
gonna
that doesn't
stay there or are
recognize
you gonna
Basil.
come over here? We're all here. Don't you like us anymore, Twig?
No, I like you, but like either I have to swim across this or I gotta walk all the way around.
If you would have started walking when you started yelling, you would have been here by now.
But yeah, I want to see like Oznon and Puck really fast. Make sure Puck isn't like awake and running away.
If you would have done that before, like instead of yelling to us, you could have been there already.
Yeah. Okay, then I'm just gonna walk there and then cross the bridge. Okay, and he starts walking away. That guy has some sass.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna like stare at the cat,
Okay.
stare at the frog, stare at the cat,
So
stare at the
anyone
frog. Yeah, I'll meet y'all at the bridge.
Hey, no, 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 no! No. Take me with you, please.
Where
Come
did
on,
the
get on.
Wisp
Oh,
Squire go?
Put my paws up on my hind legs and like
I can't reach.
I'll
The bot-
lower the carpet just so she can get on.
The body of the squire is at the bottom of the lake. Fix it. Not fix it. Buckshot.
okay.
Remember?
Also, where did all these crabs come from? What did I miss?
Oh yeah, that's right. Buckshot wasn't here for all of that.
Crabs with guns. Where's Puck and Oznon?
Yeah, you look and they're not there.
He looks under the bridge.
They're not there either.
I mean, we all know the old saying, it's like a minotaur under the bridge.
Yep.
What?
Yep, that's the saying.
It's just a
dude.
minotaur on
That's
the
a saying.
bridge.
Yeah, that's a
It's
saying.
under the bridge.
Your wife leaves you, minotaur on the bridge, man.
That's-
Minotaur on the bridge.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
what it is. I'm pretty
Hey,
sure
where's
that's the phrase.
Oznon? Where's Oznon? He carried me the whole time.
Where's the guy who's taking care of me? Oh
Where's
my
my
god.
ride?
Yeah.
He's so
On-
tall.
Oznon! Oznon! You there? Hello?
You
Oh
don't.
no.
Is the satyr also missing, or is the token just not there?
Well, there's no tokens, right? Yeah. There's nothing there. The satyr and Oznon are gone.
Did anyone else see that satyr little motherfucker?
Yeah, I choked him out. That's what I did. And then now Oznon said, I'll watch him, and he took him and my fucking hand axe.
Didn't you sell his sword?
Priorities.
Listen.
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 Listen here, little shit.
I'm just saying, like he doesn't know that, but I'm just observation, the DM's observation.
Well, it appears that Ozan has went AWOL,
Yes.
but
Sure.
I have a way to track him down.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Since Ozan has Twig's axe, I can locate that with locate object spell.
Do you need like
All
his
right.
twin brother?
I need
Trophy?
before you use that spell, I need you to roll me a 1d2 in the game chat, please. Just go / or /r space 1d2. It's traumatized me now. It's traumatized me.
Aww.
I have forever fixed it. No, okay, no, just me. Thanks, Dom.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye.
Oh, balls. Okay. All right, go ahead. Use your spell.
What?
Alright
Yeah,
then.
Mhm. Sure.
Where is it?
The spell or the axe?
Yes.
Spell.
Okay. Yes. So, you cast the spell Locate Object because you are familiar with Twigs' hand axe. That being said, essentially what you kind of see go on is, well, I guess I want to see how does it. Does it do anything cool, or is it just like?
The other
It just
hand axe
located.
sprouts legs and starts running towards his lost brother.
You sense the direction of
Yeah, I
the
see it.
object's
Okay, we're good.
location.
Okay. Yeah. The hand axe is moving. Do you have a map?
No.
Perfect. Okay, so the hand axe is moving down this road. You can tell.
Oh,
Are there hoof tracks?
Straight west, I guess, if I need to say, because there's a fork in the road up ahead, one going south and one going west, and the object is moving quickly west. Are there tracks? Roll a survival check. What kind of tracks are you asking for? Sorry.
Hoofs, because
Hoof tracks. Because the Minotaur actually has human feet. I'm just kidding.
Survival.
Yeah, survival. Actually, yeah, survival.
you better brace yourself because the spell component for this spell requires a forked twig.
Oh no.
Oh no, a fork twig. You're just gonna grab twig and just go like the wishbone at turkey, like at Thanksgiving, you know?
Oh,
It's an American thing.
I was thinking like a
It's
physical
like-
fork, but stab it with it.
Is it?
Yeah, okay, alright. That's why had no context. Got it.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. So, with that wonderful
exploded
fight,
the
though, you
dragon.
have earned a point of inspiration from Gilga, or Random Chair.
Yay!
Sorry, Random
Thank
Chair.
you.
Thank you, Random Chair. That puts you up to 5. I don't get inspiration because I'm a weenie. All right. You do indeed feel the hand axe moving again towards the west. How far is 1,000 feet from you guys right here? So this is already 240 feet, so it's not that far up ahead, but it is moving again very quickly. When you look for tracks, you also see where's your roll? 7. You see a couple of hoof tracks running this way. Indeed, yes. They get to about here, and then they kind of sidestep into the brush, and it gets harder to tell for you.
They sidestep into the brushwork. Why would they do that?
Because now there's no
Wow.
tracks on the main road that are easy to see.
That is so weird. Can't say you finally did it.
Hey, alright. Okay,
Thank you, Gilga.
okay.
I saw that.
Thank you, Gilgo, for the point of inspiration, putting Nedy up to 6. She is up to full
Whoa.
inspiration.
I'll need
Oh,
that, probably.
yes.
So that puts
The one
that's
with
yeah.
Hey, I feel outed, Gonza.
Yeah. Poor Twig, man. Poor Dom.
3.
yeah. Baz.
sure he's
Oh,
on-
there's
on
4. There's 5
control.
people have glasses. Random chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 people have glasses. Oh,
Yeah,
God,
what now?
God said you
That's
said
right.
it perfect.
wow. So advantage to cool. All I can do is give it to the next person who glasses who gets a roll, including myself.
Okay.
What?
Oh,
No.
You don't get to.
No.
Yeah, it says with
How about
glasses.
no?
All right, so, Ray,
gonna
you
track
got the
down.
DM. Okay, thanks, Random
Oh,
Chair.
no.
I'm not a human. I don't count. Well, I'm not a player
No, you're
technically,
not.
so I guess I don't count. That's fair.
Hey,
You don't. You never
what do we
count.
do now?
You're
Twig picks up Winter and just starts running with the buckshot. Where's the boy?
Winter's on my carpet.
Oh, never mind.
I wouldn't mind.
Didn't let you
Going
want.
that way.
I guess the carpet is more comfortable.
Oh, wow.
No, this is actually kind of nice.
Wait,
Okay.
where's Basil?
Okay, I see them all take off, and I'm gonna drop the old croaker, and I'm gonna instantly go into Moorbounder. I don't know in between, just fucking into a Moorbounder.
Okay. Does it state that you recuperate all of your lost limbs and appendages?
Oh no.
Siege?
Well.
I-
Well.
I
yeah,
swear.
right. So how about you?
Fucking
Hey,
God.
let's have you do a /R 1d2. Roll, flip a coin in the table.
To be fair, carried over like if you get hit, through your wild shape, you carry over the damage, but it doesn't state that you like.
Well, that's because there's no appendage loss in D&D,
Or
so this is
anything.
up to
Nedy,
this is
Nedy.
DM territory.
There
Nedy,
is.
Nedy, shut the fuck up.
Only optional
What?
rules, and we don't
No,
use them.
I was gonna argue that nothing should happen to you. Excuse you, why am I the bad one?
It's a 2, so nothing happens. You regain your tongue. It just kind of like spurts
Great,
out.
thank
It just
you.
like goes.
Blech. Okay, great. I have a tongue again. I gonna like just to see if it works correctly.
It does. It
Okay,
does. It's a little
great.
numb, but that's okay. You can work with that.
Great. I'll catch up with everyone else and then.
Booyah! You cannot give disadvantage to a 1d2. Get out of here. I'm returning your disadvantage. Go away. Oh my
No,
gosh.
I'm returning this. Go away.
God.
When you break up on Valentine's Day.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Okay. Yes, so that puts us at right, so you're now a moorbounder. So while you're being a moorbounder now,
Yes, I am being a moorbounder. Yes,
I know words.
you do.
Mm-hmm.
Some.
Few.
Well, you are a bean.
Wild shape. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
And I am
Are we
moorbounder.
not talking about the armed crustaceans?
I love moorbounders. They look so weird.
I love how derpy they look.
Yeah,
They look great.
that was the word I
Yes.
couldn't find in my brain.
They're amazing.
All right.
It's so stupid.
All right, party. So, seeing everything going on, the party decides to move forward, and you all feel inspired, invigorated, alive.
Hey, did we grab the thing?
One would say that you have leveled up.
Hey, did we grab the thing?
Oh my god.
What? That was the least excited level up I've ever seen in my life, and I'm gonna take it away. No, it's too late. No, you guys don't level up anymore. We'll level up later.
What? No, you can't. You can't possibly.
No, that is the only cool thing I get to
What?
give to my players, and nobody give a shit, so I'm taking it away.
You are literally DMing the campaign. What do you mean?
That's all I have to give. No one cares, so you can't have it.
I'm sorry, you said that right in the moment where I realized I don't think we grabbed the fucking thing again.
What thing
To
are you
be
talking
fair.
about?
The crystal!
You didn't. It's at the bottom of the lake again.
Yeah, that's why I asked!
Right. Okay.
No one went back, and you already changed from the frog to the moorbounder, so it's still.
I did.
I don't know, like, what is going on with it?
Guess I'm gonna use another 5th level spell to get another.
Oh, just
dragon.
send Buckshot. He can swim.
Nah, fine.
The lake.
What's the
He
worst that
can't
can
swim,
happen? He
right?
fights with the hag again that escaped
Well, I
from someone's
Well-
mouth who didn't say anything
Well,
after
if
wild shaping.
if I grab that, I can catch up again with my
Is it-
dragon.
Do you realize that if you had wild shaped with that hag full size in your mouth, you probably would have exploded. Like your stomach would be like the person would
Yeah.
die from suffocation, and you would be in extreme pain, and it would have been
Good
horrible.
I
thing
think
that is
the
what
common
not-
way is just like they just like fucking they just purge it before turning back. I think
That
that's
would have
the
been a good
common-
move, but he didn't do
No,
that.
no, that's I
Also
think that's what
good-
happens. Like if you eat something
Well-
while polymorphed into a giant, like into a huge creature, you'll just regurgitate it.
If I
for
weren't
you
the
to turn
DM,
back.
that could be true, but I am, so it's
Anyway.
not.
Guys, if I grab that, I could just, I can catch up again. My dragon's
Alright.
fast.
Imagine you guys are fighting a wild shaped druid, and you guys just put like a barrel in its mouth, and then beat it up so it has to wild shape back
Like a
into a
smooth-
humanoid, and just explodes from inside the barrel. A good idea.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, yes. What were you guys doing?
I don't know.
I don't
got
know.
ignored.
I don't know at this
Okay,
point. Level
I
up,
think
or we're
that
just moving
everyone
on.
is- Okay,
I
yes.
got ignored.
You guys do it. So, Buckshot said he would go get the crystal, so he's going back into the water to get the crystal. While that's happening, you are all leveling up.
Well, never mind then. Us continuing to run and me catching up on us. His Buckshot wants to be special.
What?
Oh my god. Okay,
What?
that's
What was
wow.
that?
That was uncalled for. Jesus.
No, I mean, I legitimately said,
is
like, hey guys, I
happening?
can use my dragon. I'm gonna catch up again.
You're
It's
trying
like,
to
okay, I'm
explode
gonna that I'm slow.
Oh yeah, you don't have your ride anymore. Your ride left. Or is gone.
I mean, I have the carpet. I could sit on the moorbounder. I have a dragon. But I do like the Minotaur ride. No, it was quite the high vantage point, and I think he might have enjoyed like the warm, fuzzy, like the fur around his shoulders, like a nice stole, but like with actual like heating pad.
We have the chat saying that I shouldn't give you this level again. That it's a sign of weakness.
The sign of weakness.
Oh, this is Twitch chat for you, man. I don't know. Okay. So.
I'll go blame Nedy for this one.
What?
Yeah, same.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
You guys are
I
indeed.
can't speak when you speak.
You guys are getting the level right now.
Cool. All right.
All jokes aside, you really are getting the level. Okay. I don't feel like updating your sheets, but I can do that.
Do not update mine.
Just kidding. I won't do it right now. I'll do it after the session. All right. Perfect.
I got it.
Perfect. So, yeah, party, you guys, well, Buckshot goes, you dive into the water and you try to find the crystal. After some time, takes you about 5-10 minutes, let's say. Actually, I'll roll you, how about this? You roll a 1d10. That's how many minutes it's going to take you to find the crystal at the bottom, once you reach the bottom. 7 minutes indeed. All right. So it took you 7 minutes to find it. You come back up. And so that is 7 more minutes that you no longer sense the object that you had located, obviously, but you know where it was running, so you can follow. And you being an expert tracker makes it pretty easy. So you'll make it back to your party. You have the small purple crystal in hand. You guys are able to. Perfect. You guys feel once again invigorated. So all of you have full HP. You've technically leveled up. We'll update your sheets when we need to. And you guys continue south or west, or do you go back east? Which direction are you moving forward, party?
I don't know. I'm very confused.
Perfect. Also,
Go west.
Going west, and also Winter. What are you writing?
What? I'm not writing anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Are you just gonna?
Oh, writing, not I was like writing. I was like, what? I'm not writing anything.
Writing.
On the carpet.
Okay, sure. Hey, Crescendo, do you let Winter on the carpet?
He already did.
Did he?
What?
Did you let Winter on the carpet? Oh,
That's
you're
how she
so
got
nice.
over to the bridge so quickly.
Okay. Oh.
I just want to point that out.
Oh, yeah,
Winter is
Winter's a boy.
he.
That's true.
Can tell from the
Winter's
obnoxious
got a pickle.
voice.
That's right. All right. So, moving forward.
Oh.
We are moving west.
You know, I was about to be offended about the obnoxious voice thing, which I mean, I guess fair, but like, wow.
To the west.
Now you're offended by another thing as well.
What does the song say? Go west, life is peaceful there. I don't think it's gonna be peaceful.
Is there a song that says that?
Don't you know?
You
Go
know-
west.
So you guys go west, and you could.
Okay, no.
Alright. Goodbye, everyone. I'm moving on ahead.
Perfect. You guys go west. Just kidding. He's not there.
Oh, I was gonna say, there you go.
There you are.
Aww.
And you guys will travel. Will the party be traveling simply as quickly as you can to get? Will the party be traveling as quickly as possible to get to where you need to go?
You're just being that kid in the back seat right now.
So party, I'm going to give you.
Are you there yet?
I'm going to give you 3 choices, and you're fine. 3 choices, and obviously each choice may or may not have a different result than the other choices. You will get to the destination, but it depends on you. You can either go stealth speed, normal speed, or you can go at a rushed speed. We'll pace for all of these things. And so each of these, there's 3 choices. It's like picking between 3 doors. Maybe they all go to the same place. Maybe they don't. Maybe there's something that may or may not happen. The point is now there's 3 choices in front of you, party, so please decide.
Are we there yet? Can you see him?
If Winter keeps doing that, I drop them off the carpet.
Just tell him that. Just threaten him. Or I guess you don't have to. You can just kick him off.
You keep asking that, it's gonna take you a lot longer to get there.
Why?
You do and find out.
Huh. Can anyone see him already?
I guess we're going with a normal non-stealth. Well,
All right,
Would it be
rush.
possible
Go
to stealth with Winter yelling from my magic carpet?
Just tell Winter to shut the heck up.
All right, guys. Well, party. In the chat, there is a little vote for you guys. Now you guys can choose your pace. So each of you have one vote. Party members. There's 5 of you.
We're all right. Okay, cool.
So just click a button. It's between stealthy, normal, and rushed.
How fast was the? How fast did Buckshot tell us how fast Osnan was moving, or the axe was moving?
Osnan, the only information you were given by DM was quickly. So quickly. Quickly is relative.
It doesn't.
Oh,
we can't.
it doesn't?
The answer. Oh,
Yeah,
no, we're all. I think we're all. I think we might all have to reload.
I see.
I'm for rushed. Let's just fucking go.
Okay. So is that normal, or is that I need to know? Oh, you vote for rushed. I thought you said you were crushed. I think you said
No,
I am
I'm
crushed,
for
and I was
rushed.
just like,
No, I am.
I was like
for
emotionally
rushed.
or like physically or.
I am voting for rushed.
Okay, we got one
I'm
rushed.
always emotionally crushed, you know,
Fair.
but like that's not the point right now.
That's why it like
because
didn't
Chris
phase
is
me when you said
looking
that.
at the pillow.
Yeah, I went for rushed.
Two rushed.
Yeah,
I went for rush as well.
Rushed. That 3 is the
Okay.
3 is majority.
All rushing.
Rush it is.
Gotta
So
go
you
fast.
guys run through the forest. You guys are sprinting at full speed, trying to catch up. After not too long, maybe 5 minutes or so of running at full speed, recklessly through this Feywild forest.
Uh-huh.
I need you guys to each roll me
Heck yeah.
a
A
dex
what?
saving throw.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
I'm gonna use a point of inspiration because I can.
Point
I
of
should have done that. Never mind. I'm
inspiration.
good.
I'm also gonna use a point because.
That's
Okay.
not gonna save me.
I'm gonna use the point as well.
Using as a point.
That's
Okay.
not gonna save me.
Let's go.
Do I get advantage because I'm on the carpet?
If anything, it's disadvantage.
Oh god, never mind. I don't
Oh
want.
my God.
word.
And I don't have the -1 because I am a moorbound. I have a +2, so 22.
Are we there yet?
That's a fair
Anyone
point.
see him?
Player goes up with the advantage. I returned your advantage button roll because everybody rolled and everyone has glasses, so I gave it back to you. You can choose another time to use it if you want. Okay.
I don't.
I'm bored.
I'm looking at the carpet and I'll just like paw the carpet. But not
Perfect.
with my claws.
Luckily
I'm
for you,
bored.
being on the carpet, even though you technically fail, Crescendo moves the carpet out of the way and you are on it, allowing you to also be dragged out of danger's way as these familiar black chunky globules of oily liquid fall from the tree branches. Almost like a spiky rain, just these like pin needle shaped globs. They land on the ground and they stay stuck like needles. Not squishing this time.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay, and then because you guys rushed, you will continue running, and about 5 feet ahead of that, flashes of light just blast all around.
That doesn't work.
All around. So I will need a wisdom saving throw from all of you.
Oh no.
And
I did.
Dom, guess what? You have been granted advantage, my friend. The one without
That's
glasses, because the ones with glasses failed me. Thank you, Gonza.
Buckshot, you're supposed to be good at this.
Because I'm different.
Since my wisdom is a 5, I'm using 2 points.
All right. That is 2 points, giving you a +5.
Roll the 10, got a 7.
You know, I think I'm gonna use a point of inspiration because this
Just walk
doesn't
in.
I
look
think you
so
saved
good.
me. I think you saved me.
This
No.
looks so great.
Absolutely. Yep.
I didn't need it. 23.
That was almost a 1 though.
That's almost a 1.
Honestly, almost a 1 doesn't even phase me anymore. Like even ones are kind of.
Just so used to it. Yeah, it's just not
Yeah.
even. Yeah. Okay,
So
Like,
so
three of us
anything
got
above a
sevens.
7 is exciting.
yes.
Because I have a +3. Because I'm a
Oh,
moorbound.
that's right.
Well, if you're wild shape or wisdom, it should be.
We have
more
3
close.
sevens.
It should.
We almost had
Oh, it's
4
the same. So
sevens.
never mind. It's an 11.
Oh right, you're not.
Thank God.
Yeah. Wait.
8,
Yep.
you say?
It's not that bad.
You know, we should reach him by now, right?
Okay.
Does anyone
So
see
That would put
him?
me at a 12, I think, with the inspiration.
okay, let's see.
Oh.
Let me roll something real fast.
Mm.
The DC.
So what are we gonna do next?
Okay.
Would you
So those
Pay
of you.
attention, God damn it.
Those of you above, those of you with a 9 or above save.
Yes! My points!
That's how you saved me. First roll was a 7.
Is that everybody? Did everyone use inspiration stuff? No, Buckshot didn't use
Nope.
inspiration, huh? Okay, so
I used
Buckshot.
enough to get me to 12.
So you guys are running from the spikes, just barely having them miss you behind, and these flashes of light blind you guys, and Buckshot, you are brought to your knees almost. You feel like your legs are heavy and you drop to the ground onto your knees. And the rest of you stop behind him. And in front of you, you see these floating fuzzy balls of light all around. Buckshot, you recognize them as wisps, will-o-wisps.
Oh no.
Come on, don't. Come on.
They're floating around there.
Why? Every damn time I want to play cat, jumping after floaty lights, I roll so high.
My
You could
knees.
just do it instead.
I know, but then it's
Yeah.
my fault. And if the dice fail me, I can be
If
like,
you
"Oh my God,
choose
the
to make a
dice said
roll,
so."
no, if you choose to make a roll and roll, it's still your fault because you had the idea. Like, it does not absolve you of fault
To
for
be
your character's
fair,
actions.
I tried it 3
is
times
like-
so far, and all 3 times the dice were like, no.
You know, to be fair, the one thing that players have like almost complete control over is their actions.
And
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want to
like-
feel the consequences of my actions, so let the dice decide.
I don't want to feel them. That's the key. That's the key term, everybody. Viewers, remember, if you don't want to feel the consequences of your actions in D&D, just roll a dice. I mean, it's still your fault, but at least you
yeah.
won't feel like it is.
Yeah,
It'll be the dice's fault.
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, hey, I rolled a dice. The dice decided.
Twig is gonna pick up Buckshot bridal style. Like, it's okay. Are you alright?
I can't move my knees. The tax collectors found me.
Oh. What? What's taxes?
I lean over to Prosciutto.
No,
That's a
he
good
used to
question.
carry me around.
I'm not carrying you. You can be on the carpet, you cannot be on the carpet.
Yeah, but Twig used to carry me around.
You can still. You chose Osnod over me.
No, he picked me up.
And where'd you continue to ride on? And now who's not here and probably stole my axe?
But you didn't pick me up.
I mean,
So
you're right.
it's-
I'm holding Buckshot.
So it's definitely your fault to wait, roll a dice, Nedy.
Oh yeah.
No,
No,
this,
I was
one,
kidding.
this one's no. This one I can feel the consequences. It's okay.
All right, so you pick up Buckshot. So you really do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're sure?
Yeah.
But like for real.
Oh wait,
Okay.
hang on. Let me,
Wanna do
hang on. Yes, I do.
Oh my god.
He rolled a dice, viewers. He rolled a dice. Yes. So yeah, you pick up Buckshot, and a chorus of voices sort of echo out throughout the forest, all around,
Oh.
and it almost sounds like an echo, but each voice has a different tone, and they're just like they just say, "Let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go," and you just hear this like.
Why?
I was on the edge of the carpet, like slowly reaching out to one of them. The moment we hear that, I'm just like,
You just hear it again. Let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go.
Like maybe let him go.
Don't let them take me.
He
I will not pay.
kind of tries to hide Twig and be like, or not Twig. I'm Twig.
I yelled to it. Yeah.
Tries to hide Buckshot. No. What do you want with him? Taxes.
taxes. Just...
I wonder if it's a visual thing.
And you hear again just the words. Queenswood, 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 Queenswood. Lizard folk, lizard folk, lizard folk, lizard folk.
Oh.
Oh no.
Do you want to help him? Buckshot, try that these because they're gonna take you to the queen, and we need to get to the queen. Did Arsenal go to the queen? Which queen?
What? What was that?
So you're looking at Will-o'-the-Wisps and you're asking which queen also running maybe DM timeout with player.
Okay.
Oh,
I thought we stopped though.
Wait, what?
Didn't we stop? You said Buckshot fell to his knees and we stopped behind him.
Yeah, you guys all stopped. Yeah,
Okay.
you guys all stopped behind him. Yeah. You know what? No, I'll just let it keep going. Never mind. No, timeout. Timeout's done. Okay. So anyway, this is probably just the player forgetting details, but that's okay. Let's go with it. All right. You hear Baroness.
Oh, so it's a baroness, right? Not the Queen of Madness. All right.
Queen of Wisps. Queen of Wisps. Queen of Wisps. Queen of Wisps.
All right. Now I am confused. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't paying attention to what that other guy was saying. Buckshot, what should we do? He looks down at Buckshot.
Wasn't forget anything.
I
It was
think-
just really good role playing.
I think Twig, they want us to meet the Queen of Wisp.
Right. So we're gonna. All right. So I'm gonna let you go, but I'm gonna follow you. Does that sound good?
You still can't feel your legs.
I still can't move.
All right. I will take him personally, cause I'm his ride.
Okay, roll deception.
Now, is it deception?
A lie.
I'm gonna use, since I have 6, I'm gonna use 2 points of inspiration.
Hey!
Oh, 2
Look
points
at
of
you
inspiration.
using your
Wow.
inspiration.
You really want to avoid my cleverly hidden death trap. Okay, that's fine.
All right, so that is a. Ooh.
Oh. 12 plus 5 is 17.
Indeed.
All right.
Job.
So the wisps sort of begin to glow. You can see that most of them are yellow. There's an occasional blue and occasional like pinkish red one. And they kind of they dim and they glow and they dim and they glow. They float in the air for moments, just bobbing up and down like an apple in the water. I know, because I think of bobbing for apples and I just imagine because now that you said like I'm a cat, I'm gonna attack it, like I just thought like I imagine like a cat would be like, oh look, and just like jump at apples bobbing in the water because they look interesting. I don't know.
Have you ever in your life met a cat?
The way that your brain works is fascinating.
Perfect. But you understood the image, right?
Sure, let's say.
You know, I'm
that
gonna
you
use
did.
this. I'm gonna use this pause to say I want to activate the gem of seeing, to like kind of take a look around at the will-o'-wisps.
Sure. Okay.
Not me expecting them to be horrible creatures behind their cute facade.
Oh. Yeah.
So they bop up and down, yes, like apples in the water.
So they, yeah, if you,
Skin is surprisingly smooth, Twig.
while you're looking at them through the gem, it says it has 3 charges, right? So you've used 1.
I have 1 left now.
Well, 1 left. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you look through it, and yeah, the tiny bobbing blobules of light, when looked at through this, seem just like a small floating. You see like inside essentially the emanation of light, because it just looks right now on the outside, it looks like a fuzz ball of light just bobbing there. And looking through the crystal, you can see that it's just this sort of small flame essentially, just sort of just bobbing up and down inside, and it has like the vestiges of a face. Not anything distorted, just sort of like the two little holes in a mouth, and it's just, they look adorably angry. Just have like, just like a, if you draw like a, just like an angry face emoticon.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
The word of the day at this session is bobbing.
All right.
I think they don't like us.
Crescendo just ignores the cat. Okay, perfect. It's- yes.
Yeah.
What's the plan, guys? Are we doing anything or?
So Twig said you're the ride, right?
Yeah.
Before Twigs moves,
Oh yeah, there we go. Thank you, chat. Sorry, sorry, Chris, but the chat has a perfect. That's pretty much exactly what they look like.
oh,
And
okay.
That's a winter season side. Great. So I guess we're not going to be bobbing. Thank you, player Gonza, for ruining my life. All right. So.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. No, but
Wow.
yes. So they are floaty bouncing. That was not a good one. I'll think about it. They're moving up and down in a fun fashion.
Swaying?
Bouncing? You just said bouncing, so I'll just say bouncing.
He doesn't give the right like ebb and flow of that word that I just really want to like
Swaying.
convey. Sway is like this way though, and they're going like this. They're vertical swaying, and it just doesn't.
Gyrating.
Just
That is,
make
they
it
are
so
not
that they,
gyrating. They are not even what? How did you get
Slow gyrating.
slow? Gyrating is like this. What do you mean?
No, yeah, I had to. You know, we already had something gyrating, and it was a giant crab.
Oh yeah, shout out to Into Antirium Harkoa.
Do we have? I wonder if we have. Yes, we do.
What?
I was trying to remember our chat shortcuts. I was like, I wonder if we have IA for Intent to Room. I was like, I think we do, and I tried, and yes, we do.
All right. So sorry, Twig. What was the last thing you said to the wisps?
I'm. Yeah, I'm his ride. That's what.
Okay.
I said.
All right.
And
And I wish to recall what exactly is a will-o-wisp.
Well, a will-o-wisp is essentially a creature who was not able to move on completely. It is the spirit, the remnant of a spirit of an undead creature, of something that passed away. Who's typing it right now? Is that you, Ty?
No, I'm not.
No?
I just have a picture cube in my hand.
Oh, okay, okay. Mhm. Yeah. So yeah, essentially, it is a spirit. It's a spirit in the most basic
Okay.
form. Okay. But they are dangerous. Can be dangerous.
Mhm.
Hopefully,
And do you think they want to look for friends? They look a little angry.
I just keep talking to Crescendo.
well, Crescendo, you let the cat onto the carpet, so you have to interact with it now.
Nothing?
I don't have to do shit with the cat. I just kind of looked to. Did we hear the whispers, or was it just?
No, all of you heard the voices. Yes, everyone heard the voices.
I'm just kind of waiting to see what Twigs and Buckshot do.
Okay, so
Yeah, what
Twig.
do you see?
Hold it in front of Crescendo's face.
Not now, Weskers.
No, but I'm bored.
Since the wisp squire wanted the purple. Oh,
Who is
My
that?
bad.
that's Twig.
Someone's getting carjacked again.
Yes, Twig.
Twig is making this noise because
Backing up.
it's. Yeah.
I'm holding up the purple.
Quit funking!
Okay.
With the geese!
Okay, perfect. Yes, you hold up the purple crystal, and we take a quick 7-minute break. We'll be right back. Oh,
What?
welcome back. This is It's a Crit. I am CJ the DM here. Welcome to our campaign, FEYWILD FOLLIES. We're back from a break. Ty isn't back yet. Wait a minute.
Oh no! Oh yeah.
Ty
it
is
was
there's
Gonzo.
Ty.
Yeah,
Welcome
Gonzo.
back.
Yay.
Welcome back, Ty. Hello. How you
I
doing?
was here.
Hello, thank you for waiting for me.
What do you mean waiting? There's a timer.
Because of Gonza, because of Gonza, I thought
Yes,
you
but
were there.
I was.
Welcome
was
back
literally-
with me.
It was less than 5 seconds.
With
Oh my
me
God,
today,
okay,
again, as
fine.
always, for those of you just joining us, we have Nedy here on top running Winter, the Sorcerer, Kitty Cat, Meow, Boom, Snowballs of Death. We have next to her Basil, who comes back
Excellent.
from our breaks late, playing a Turtle Druid who bites people's
5
heads off as a
seconds.
dragon.
Less than 5 seconds.
And
Oliver
on the
said
other...
just as slow as his old turtle druid. Portal. Torch.
Huh? What?
On the end over there, we have
Nedy has
Aaron.
shut down.
Aaron is running his Asimar Bard Crescendo, who is getting tired of this cat's shit on his carpet. Underneath, we have Dom.
Not literally, not literally, not literal.
Hopefully not literally. We'll roll a dice and find out. On the bottom is
No.
Dom running Twig. the dad bod buff guy fighter. For some reason, I just, you know what's funny is I just watched another.
Barbarian.
Last but not least, we have Chris running Buckshot. The I was gonna say dwarf ranger. For some reason, no one has ever been a dwarf, as far as I know. In any of like, he's a lizard folk ranger, and yeah, Dom. Like,
Howdy, everyone.
Dom, I just watched episode 5 right now for the editing, right? To throw, or was it 6 or 7? Actually, I think I'm on 7. Anyway, point is, I just watched it and I literally, like, for the last like 3 episodes in a row, I've just been like, it's Twig, the dad bod, blah blah blah. Somehow I've referred to the beer belly or the dad
Yeah,
bod
every-
portion of your character.
Oh, CJ,
Like,
it's, not
every
just,
time.
it's not just the last 3. It's gonna continue. You're
It's
gonna
like
hear that over
every-
and over.
It's like every episode, I
Yeah.
feel that just the need to make sure it's stated that the amazing physique of Twig is known by the world. All right.
You want to know something else? You also pointed out that you do that every time in another episode.
He does
It
actually.
did.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
Do I
you
say it
point
every
that out,
time?
like, every other episode, yeah?
I don't know. I'm so fixated on it. I think I don't.
Or you're
haven't think
fixated
of
on the
that
dad bod?
CJ.
Yeah.
CJ,
CJ.
so, you know, there's a
Is something you
couple
wanna
of
tell
queer
us?
people here. We can talk to you if you need to talk about something.
I do need to
So
talk
you're
about
very
something, and it's the
fixated on-
it's the response of these will-o'-the-wisps. All right, will-o'-wisps are here, and they are yes. So you guys had asked. You said that you were his ride or something.
He said, I will deliver him myself. I am his ride. From a random chair. Reminded me of what I said. My memory's
Thank you, a
horrible.
random chair.
I
All right.
reminded you.
Great. So random chair reminded you. Such a useful nickname for like this for this stream.
I like
After-
to think as soon as we enter the Feywild, there's a chair that's been stalking us this whole time.
Just
That's-
behind us constantly.
Yeah.
Well, no one's looked behind you, so
Following us.
I mean, you know, it could
I
be.
look behind me. Is there a chair?
Roll a perception
So
check.
anyway,
I'm just kidding.
I just put expertise in that. Let me roll.
Oh my god. Viewers, the players did just level up, so the players are now level 10 in this campaign.
Whee!
16. Yeah, as far as you know, you don't see anything.
Okay.
All right.
Why am I?
I'm just excited that with expertise, it's only a +5 at level. Because my wisdom is...
Your wisdom is trash, man. All right. So you guys continue forward. The wisps float and watch you. These wisps. Let's see. I'm not sure. Would any of your characters have known will-o'-wisps? Potentially, if anyone, Basil. If anyone in this party has knowledge of or has experience with will-o'-wisps, it's Basil. And in the material plane, they usually hang out in a different type of environment, more like swamps, bogs, somewhere where evil has perished and their soul was left behind to continue to haunt. But here, these wisps, will-o'-wisps, are not the same. How many times can I say wisps in this episode? Okay.
A
Let's
lot.
count them.
One.
So
Let's make a prediction now.
oh my god. So you recognize that these are slightly different. They don't feel as malicious. You don't feel that sense of dread, of vengeance, of desire for inflicting pain, as you did before in your encounter with them. So that doesn't mean that they're not giving off bad vibes, but they are not giving off murder hobo vibes.
Thank you for explaining the vibes, Steve.
You're welcome.
No Yibit vibes.
Nope. Nope.
Check.
Vibe check. Wow. All right. So you continue to walk forward. Then I'm guessing, Twig, right?
Yeah, just very slowly.
Because there's no more whispers. Like this is like it's like a choral whisper essentially of these voices. It's like it's loud, but it sounds like a. So anyway, as you continue to walk forward,
Seeing him walk forward, I'm going to give him a bardic inspiration just in case.
okay.
Does their expression? Oh, does their expression?
Does
Does their? I have a normal voice. I
There you
forgot
go.
that for a second.
I'm a nice person.
Hey,
God.
I almost just asked as a renter. Oh my god.
That's a +8 to any roll you want to do.
Holy.
Ooh, nice. Does the
Nice.
does the will-o-wisp's expressions change as he takes a step forward? Wow, that took so much work to get those words together. Holy shit.
No, they continue to look.
D10.
So they do not. They continue to be slightly
You
angry.
little things.
Little angry emoticons, yes.
No, they're still angry.
But they just watch you as you go. The heads are turned
When
and
they
facing.
stare at you, it's a little unsettling. Kinda want to touch them, and I don't think that's a good idea.
yeah.
Actually, maybe it is.
Right. Yeah, of course, Winter. Can you guys unfreeze my friend's legs, too? I promise we're going to the Queen. Like, first stop.
Roll a persuasion check. Oh,
good.
convenient. You have a bardic inspiration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can either, I'm going to let CJ decide, he can keep the 8, but it was supposed to be a D10, not a D8. 'cause
Well,
the level up
yeah,
of
Dom, you want to risk it? You want to keep the D8? You want to keep the 8, or you want to let him roll for a D10 to see if he can maybe get you higher, or you take it whatever the
Be
D10 is?
smart. Do what I would do.
Okay, yeah, reroll then.
What?
That's not what Nedy would do. Okay.
All right then. Nice.
See?
Wow.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Good job, Nedy. Good
Hell
job,
yeah.
Nedy.
Twig, you are going to
Thanks,
get a
Nedy.
+9 from the bardic inspiration from the awesome
welcome.
bard. So please roll your persuasion check with a +9 total.
To be
Plus
fair,
9.
that
That is a nat 1! All right. I've been waiting all night for one of these.
I was about to say, to be fair, what was bardic information?
We're just...
I'm sorry.
For your bardic information, I'm just like...
What?
That's
For
also
your-
like something
that's
like
like-
a little kid who sells newspapers.
I feel like that's what like a bard would say to like counter whatever someone's gonna tell, like some insult they're gonna say. Just be like, you fucked a pig. Well, for your bardic information, I didn't know they were a pig until after.
I was thinking bardic information, also called sex ed, but yeah. I think that's fine.
I'm so for that.
Oh my god.
Bardic inspiration is
I'm
also called
sorry.
sex ed.
You're welcome. I'm sorry. You're welcome. I'm sorry.
Sorry. That is-
No, do not apologize for that. That was brilliant.
That was great.
What I actually wanted to say is, to be fair, if it would have been a bardic inspiration for me, he would have re-rolled it into a 2.
Yeah, accurate.
Yeah.
For your bardic information.
Yep.
So what happens?
So Twig, what's happening to you?
Yeah,
Are
that's
you okay?
That's phenomenal.
I mean, all he asked was to unfreeze Buckshot's legs, so Buckshot's legs might just fall off right now. It's okay.
Okay. So you ask for his legs to unfreeze, and then
Yes.
Twig, you feel your legs buckle
Oh. Yeah.
as your legs
no.
also go numb,
Oh my
and you
god.
fall
Which
to the
way
ground
does he
kneeling.
fall? Which way does he fall? Forward or backwards?
He falls backwards.
Oh, whew.
Oh, piss.
So Buckshot, you now fall backwards as Twig drops to his knees in front of the wisps, the will-o-wisps.
Oh no.
God damn it.
What are you doing?
Hey, Goggles, can you turn into something big enough to carry one of them and I can put the other one on my carpet and I fucking walk?
And basically what you heard is like a whisper, fierce whisper as you continued to talk, right? And it had just said, "Silent, sit."
Uh,
I'm gonna conjure up my dragon.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll sit. I'm sorry for offending you.
And you'll just hear, "Go, go, go to the queen, queen to queen."
okay, we'll leave.
I don't have any legs. I can't feel my bloody legs.
I'm still a moorbounder, so I'm just gonna go up to Twig and kind of like try to stabilize him so he doesn't fall.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my dragon pick them both up, one on each claw.
Perfect.
Okay. I can walk. I am pretty fast, but
I was
okay.
just gonna roll one of them onto the carpet.
Okay. If you roll Twig onto
I
it, the
just
carpet
wanted-
won't lift.
Well,
To be
I
fair-
would get off of the carpet.
To be fair,
Oh,
I just
well then,
wanted
yeah.
to see what the will-o-wisp reaction to my dragon is. Also, he has a flying speed of 60 feet, so it's gonna be okay.
Carpet has a flying speed of 80 feet.
I wish to kill them.
Oh my
Your carpet's
god.
also not a dragon.
But I also don't waste a 5th level spell just to carry things.
I can get that back. Like, another 5 times or so.
Man, Buckshot, this cat and this bot are arguing who's gonna take us.
No, I picked you up. You guys are both in the claws of my dragon. Oh god,
Alright,
we're lost
fine, I
Chris.
guess I'm staying on my carpet.
We lost Chris.
Me too.
Oh, Chris is back.
Hello.
Oh, there you go.
I just didn't want to lose the carpet ride. It's magical.
Perfect.
Sorry, CJ. I was bad mouthing the will-o-wisp.
Oh, got it. Okay. Okay. The will-o-wisps will then slowly bob and flow, or follow you guys as you go, as you move forward, carrying your now incapacitated teammates.
Wait, are we actually gonna walk with them? We were gonna find Osnan. And that other thing.
And so you guys, yeah, well, okay,
Well, I asked my team.
yeah, you did ask your team. So
Were
before
we
I'll let your team.
following tracks or were we following the locate object?
Yes.
We were following tracks.
Hey, Antlers, you want to see if the tracks are, still here?
Flip me on my belly so I can see the ground.
Well, the dragon's holding you now.
Flip me
the
over so I
dragon's
can
gonna hold
see.
him.
Yeah.
So the dragon's gonna flip him on his belly and then fly so that his nose is like foot off the ground.
I just imagine him laying on his back. He's like, roll me over so I can see. We just roll him onto his stomach. He's just like face planting. Nope. Don't see any tracks.
I almost said like so that his face is an inch off the ground. I was like, no, an inch won't work.
Well, his antlers might hold his face up a little bit.
Well,
perception.
I was gonna give it to you automatically, but you are indeed immobilized. So this will be a regular survival check, please.
Okay.
Can the dragon help?
No.
Can
No,
I
I'm good.
help?
No, it's already
Never
rolled.
mind, he doesn't want any help.
All right, with the 24.
I
Yeah,
can
you are
smell
able
it
to.
from here.
Yeah, you can sense that you're able to perceive the tracks still heading in this direction. About 100 feet forward, on this path that is not the forest. The trees are getting denser and denser as you go. The path is well traveled, and about 100 feet forward, off to the side of the path, is just satyr legs jutting out from behind a tree, a large tree that's there.
I think they found the will-o-wisps as well.
As we travel,
There we
I'm
go.
gonna kind of just start playing my violin a little bit and like continually cast counter charm. Because it's an action.
Ooh.
So anyone within 30 feet, if they have to make a save to resist being frightened or charmed, they get advantage.
Okay. So 100 feet away, you see legs, guys. What do you do? Oh, by now you guys' legs are. But let's say, oh no, it's only been 100 feet, so it's only been like a minute. Yeah, nope, you're still numb.
Twig looks down, make sure he has flip flops still on.
He does indeed.
Oh, thank God. All right. Can't lose that. Hey, there's fate over there. I can still
Oh, a
point.
snack!
Maybe they work.
Yes, we need those.
Want a
Okay.
snack?
Ha, dragon, yeah.
Hey! Don't do that.
Okay. So you guys will eventually make it over to the feet.
Be nice to her.
You guys are just gonna approach the feet like normal? Normal people?
Yes,
Normal?
like normal people.
No
This
such thing as
party of
normal in this
creatures.
Magic carpet, a dragon, and Basil's a antler panther.
Antler
party.
panther.
Yep, that's cool. Yes, that.
That's a warbounder. Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
Antler panther.
It's just an antler panther.
Yes,
covered
we're going.
in moss, essentially.
Perfect.
We're approaching normally.
Yeah, very normal.
Very normal.
As normal as
With
this
wisps
party can.
behind us.
Yeah, with the wisps like floating along the sides of the forest tree line, just keeping pace with you. You round the tree, and you see that it is immediately the bottom half of a satyr.
Ew.
Oh,
The rest of the
Just
satyr,
the bottom half.
the bottom half of the satyr, the rest of the satyr seems to have been splashed forward, away from the road. If the legs are pointing towards the road, and the rest of the body is pointing perpendicular from the road, just the opposite direction, just splashed in that direction.
Is
Can I
that the
tell
same?
what caused it? Like, was he ripped apart? Was he squashed?
Roll a
or
medicine
was he
check.
Cut? Okay.
Is that the same satyr that we met before?
Roll a history check, or an investigation check, I guess. Well,
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to tell.
There we go.
That was almost a nat 20.
Yeah, almost. 17.
That is a nat 20!
I'm just keeping the counter charm going, so I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot.
Okay,
what's
so
happening?
this creature was smashed against the ground.
Explain.
So it looks like essentially the creature was downed, and then whatever downed it crushed it against the ground and like splashed it out, squeezed it so hard that it just went pop in that direction.
Oh, got it. All right. Yeah, I've seen
Like
a few of
tube
those.
toothpaste.
You've
Like-
seen a few of those?
And Winter,
Okay.
it is indeed the fur looks exactly the same as the fur from the previous guy. So best guess is yes.
Guys, we have to find Oznan. This is the satyr. Oznan!
Might not want to yell.
You yell, and in the distance you hear just off in the distance somewhere.
Oznan.
Yeah,
Onward, you
Was
bloody
that a
cock.
giant turkey?
I don't think he's gonna hear us like that.
You better hope so.
I'm gonna. Oh, actually. Wait a second.
Did I get the feel that was Oznan or something else? I was like,
That was not
or,
Oznan.
I'm
Okay,
gonna be
figured.
smart, guys.
It sounded like it was far though. That creature did not sound close.
I'm going to.
Off the path in the forest. Yes, Winter.
Did y'all hear
I'm
that?
going to use message. And
Okay.
I'm going to point in. Like, I'm gonna start in one direction. Focus on Oznan.
Hey, Oznan, are you here?
And if I don't get an answer, I'm gonna turn around a bit. Elznan, are you here? I'm gonna do that until I have heard. See if I can get an answer somewhere.
It's 250
I'm
feet.
just playing my violin, just watching this cat
120.
turn in the circle on my carpet over.
Only 120.
Yeah, 120 feet. You do not get a response in any direction. You must not be within
Okay.
120 feet.
So Elznan is either very far away or dead.
I mean, I did hear something come from over yonder that way.
That was not him.
I'm aware that wasn't him, but we heard
Maybe it
something come
is
from
him.
that direction. Maybe it has Osnon.
Well, I guess then it's too late.
Wiggle your big toe.
Kill Buck.
What did
The
we
wisps
do?
will whisper,
Oh god.
sort of concentrating on it. They seem to. One of them gravitates close towards Buckshot, and another one towards Twig. Eat, eat, eat,
Eat
heal,
what?
heal, heal. And then you see a couple of them floating in circles above the remains.
Satyr
satyr-
legs.
Eat, 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 eat.
I think they want you to eat the satyr legs, but I don't think that's a good.
Oh, that tastes delicious.
Alright, I forgot I'm the only one here who eats normal shit.
Like venison.
I like venison.
Satyr is actually, it's kind of like goat, but it's a little more chickeny.
I'm gonna go ahead and just take your word for that.
You should try it. It's delicious.
No, I think I'm good. I think I'll pass.
Okay.
Oh,
Keep playing my violin.
can I move again?
Confused violin.
What do you? Not just out of nowhere. No.
Hashtag
I'm gonna
console
actually go up to the. I'm gonna go up to the remains and lick.
Hey, that's ours. Hey, don't touch that. Kidding.
I'm going. I'm still a moorbounder, so I'm gonna go up and lick some of the blood and see if anything happens to me.
Okay. You lick some of the blood, and it has a strange taste to it. But it doesn't seem like anything happens.
Doesn't seem like anything happens.
Do I recognize the taste at all?
Do you recognize the taste at all? Have you eaten satyr before?
No, I'm a vegetarian.
Right. So,
So I
nope.
don't.
Yeah.
Basil just bites the heads off of things for fun.
I was gonna
That's
say.
I do.
That's true.
I do, but I don't eat them. I
That's
spit them
also
out.
That's
Basil's
also,
an
yeah.
accidental carnivore. Like, he accidentally swallows some of the blood, and then he's like,
Oh no, I'm a vegetarian. Don't worry.
He accidentally swallows blood after he chews someone's head off.
Listen.
That's how it works.
I am a vegetarian. You take my word for that. Or else.
send a message to the moorbounder.
Does it taste weird?
You hear in your head, yes.
Oh.
They
Must
could
be
send a
oil.
message to me.
How high is the tree line or the treetop?
The treetop? The trees are hundreds of feet tall, so very high.
I'm gonna take the carpet and just go up just until I can see over the tree line and see if there's any sort of structure or anything off in the distance that would make it to where, like, if you're looking over the trees to see not trees in a specific spot, that might lead like a building there or something.
Okay.
Focusing first in the direction of where I heard that fucking thing.
Sure.
Okay,
So
boy.
you. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the cat's on the carpet. Is the cat still on the carpet?
so
Wait,
high
then
up.
then where's Twig if you're on the carpet now?
The dragon's holding Twig and
The dragon.
Oh,
is
I forgot about the
holding
dragon.
Twig.
I forgot about the
Upshot.
dragon's existence. Okay. So yes.
I'm still here.
So you fly up. It's about 300 feet. You would think it's hard to gauge at this distance, but it is very, very high.
You okay?
I lean closer to Crescendo. Just the higher we get, just more to the middle of the carpet.
Can one of you hold on to my legs?
I mean, that's
I'm
only
also
like
on the carpet.
that's only like what, like 30 d10 damage. It's okay. It'll be fine.
The dragon is holding them, and the dragon is not up that high.
No, you if you fall off.
Oh, yeah, if I fall off, I'm fucking screwed.
Okay. Well, don't make Crescendo mad right now. This is the moment where, oops, the cat fell. I don't know what. It was really curious, and it just jumped. Just. All right.
Oh, it's getting dark fast.
I used telekinetic shot.
1 second.
Okay. Okay.
I know that.
So, you know?
I know that face, Nedy. She was thinking about it. She was thinking about rolling
What?
dice.
Oh, I know.
Rolling that dice.
No, I was actually, I was thinking about nothing. I had like a moment of just blissful nothingness.
That is a feat in and of itself. Not gonna lie.
Especially with Nedy.
That is Zen. That is true Zen right there.
Yeah, I mean, I would call it zoning out, but I didn't want to be that, like, on the
Okay.
nose.
I was trying to
I
save you from that.
I do have
Association.
telekinetic shove, so be careful up here.
No, Winter just, the higher we get, Winter just leans closer into you until he's, like, completely against you.
I'm just
Welcome,
ignoring.
welcome in Fishy. All right. Yes. So, yeah. I mean, you fly up. You're hundreds of feet in the air. You break the tree line, which is unnaturally even as you kind of break through and look over. You look in the direction of the sound. At a first glance, there's nothing. You spin around. You can see back the way you came, but even farther than that. I mean, there's turning around the back the way you came. You see the massive, Feygate tree, which must be where you guys are from. Some miles that way. And then again beyond that, but straight east instead of the slightly southern east that tree is at. Straight east is essentially, you see another keep in the distance. Just a little tiny speck from here. Turning back the way you guys are currently facing or currently heading, following Oznan. There is a castle
Which is what direction?
west. That castle is about 20 feet ahead of you. You see a massive tower shooting up out of the tree line.
Wait, what?
But there was no sign of it when we were down in
Right.
on the road. Alright, I'll go back down and relay that to the.
All right.
As we go
yeah.
down, I'm gonna use the true seeing gem.
For the last time.
No, it is 10 minutes.
It has been
How long
longer
has
than
it
10
been?
minutes since you turned
Oh,
it on.
shit.
You've
When did I
traveled. You used it back
Wait,
on the
since
other.
we met the wisps.
Yeah.
How long have we been traveling with the wisps?
Not that long. 11 minutes.
However long for your thing to not be.
Very slowly because you have to carry 2 of your party members.
I think the dragon would be.
The dragon is? Dragon is good.
You want to use it again then?
No.
You sure?
Yeah. 11 minutes.
Oh my god.
Dragon.
I'm gonna use it.
All right. So you using it,
my
you're able
God.
to see through the crystal, and you now see what was not there. A massive, towering castle.
I pull it crescendo.
You know, this whole castle is there. I don't know why we don't see it. Oh, now it's not there. Now it's there. Oh.
Oh wait, what did I see? Without the, like 20 feet ahead of me?
A castle spire. The top of a castle. A tower.
And
Made
she
of-
sees, or he sees, and it's a whole castle.
So you only
What
saw
you're
the
seeing?
top of the tower above the tree line, about 20 feet ahead
Right.
of you. Once you what you will now notice, because now I have to, is as you go past down under the tree line, you see nothing in that direction, but more trees and distance. But as the cat folk sorcerer has used the stone to look, as you guys are descending through the trees, through the crystal, he can see a castle right in front almost. You almost ran into it, essentially. The stone is like a dark gray. The building architecture is circular. However, it has some touches of Gothic architecture in Gothic. Dark Gothic architecture. That was Gothic
Garlic
architecture.
It looks like a giant garlic.
Dark Gothic.
So it is. It's mostly rounded edges. However, there are spikes and spires coming out of random spaces. And there are a lot of windows. And it's basically it's like a very dark gray stone with black trimming instead of usually on where someone shows gold trimming as their form of demonstrating their riches and their wealth. This person has chosen to line everything in black, deep jet black.
I just want to point out that I'm like, stop poking the dragon. I know what you're doing. You shouldn't do that to her. But also there's a castle, and it doesn't look very friendly. It's very, like, dark and gray and dark, and there's blackness, and it's dark, and it's very close.
Yeah, we get it as dark. Anyway, wherever we're head to, looks like we're here.
No, but, like, it's like 20 feet that way.
Yeah, we're here.
Well, we can't see it. But it's there. Trust me.
How high is Twig?
That depends how many mushrooms did he have.
Man, dude. I'm kidding.
I'm just kidding.
Man, dude.
I had 2.
Well, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Man.
I mean, the dragon's just kind of floating there, holding them, right? I mean, it's not doing anything,
Yeah,
right?
it's like levitating. It's
Yeah.
like not too far off the ground.
The
right
wisps
now.
had
Alright.
given them instructions and they didn't follow them. So yes, they're just hanging there.
Twig is using his sword of sharpness to stab this setter legs. Well, he's gonna just try to pick it up and be like, "Who wants to go first? Buckshot, you want to bite into this, or should I go first? I'm not gonna lie, I'm starving."
Yeah, chuck it in my gob.
All right, and he's like motioning it towards Buckshot first.
Right.
Is this happening while I?
As you're descending, you just see them like poking it and about to like shove it into their mouth as you're descending.
Yeah, we're that might not be the best idea because I don't trust these little shits. But I mean, I can't really stop you. I just don't recommend it. Also, wherever we're heading to, I think we're here.
Buckshot, I got all my legs back. We should do this.
I just need to know: do you guys consume or not?
We'll do it together.
All right, all 3.
Lady and the Trampet.
Yeah, lady and the
That's
tramping the
right.
legs.
1,
Just whisper on it.
2.
2, 3. Bite. Nom nom nom. Swallow.
I guess.
Why are you rolling to
I didn't do
bite? Like it just bite. You don't need to. It's not like it has.
it. I love it.
You guys
Okay.
bite into the meat, and it tastes weird, strange. It doesn't taste like satyr meat, which Buckshot you have had before. Not because you guys hunted some sort of satyr, but because of a prisoner that they brought over one time and let the lizard folk feast on him. But anyway,
But we'll do, that's only at holidays.
only on holidays and for insubordination. So
What?
you guys had the meat. It's quite disgusting. Again, it's not a pleasure. It's not a pleasant experience. However, you do feel your legs. Once again, you are now able to stand.
Ah!
More bound the bats are just gagging in the corner.
He literally just stands up, his like arms on a tree, is just like, oh. just
As a moorbounder,
just
I think you
bipedal
would enjoy
moorbounder.
the meat.
He is a vegetarian.
But you're a
Again.
moorbounder right now.
Yes.
He
You'll
still has the
probably
mental
enjoy that.
faculties of Basil. I think he.
Basil is a vegetarian.
He's a basil. He's a basil.
I am a basil.
Yep, very true. So, yeah, so now you're all reunited. You guys finished
Okay.
eating this disgusting meat, but can now walk. So,
I'm gonna put them both down, and I'm gonna transfer from the carpet to the dragon.
okay. You'll need to fill out the proper paperwork and get it signed by your supervisor.
Thank you. I think my mom is gonna be okay with that.
Okay.
You know,
I would also need it in triplicate.
my mom said it was fine.
You don't have the proper header on this document, so we're gonna have to send it back to the corporate.
Just want to point out I have a spell that could
don't,
really hurt all
Do
of you.
not- do not.
Okay.
I could have dropped you from 300 feet, and I didn't. Remember that.
I know, and you'll be fine. Don't worry. So, I'm gonna like transfer to my dragon.
Wow.
Sometimes
And
when the
then-
chance is there, you can't let it pass you by, Crescendo. All right.
Today's
then I'm
also
go-
30th, so you have to
If
change
it
the
were
date.
if it were Friggs, instantly.
Oh my god.
And then I'm gonna actually fly the let it fly the 20 feet towards the castle, like while watching, so that I don't fly into
Okay.
wall or God knows what.
Yeah, so while you're looking at it, you can indeed reach the castle, run your dragon's face into it, I guess.
No,
Oh, well.
I'm gonna stop before like I'm not gonna like.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
not
then
gonna,
you
like-
move 20 feet ahead.
Yeah,
Or
and then I'm
that's
gonna
as what
take
everyone
it
else
away.
sees.
So when I'm like right next to the castle and I take the gem away, is it still not there?
Correct.
Can I touch the castle?
Can certainly try.
I'm gonna walk up to like the snout of the dragon
Sure.
and lean over
Okay.
and try and touch the castle wall.
You feel nothing but empty space.
I'll go walk up behind a Winter. Oh,
I don't wanna. Oh, you're
what do
here.
you see?
I don't understand this.
Down here. Down here.
Well, you see, well, you don't. Well, I see. When I look through the gem,
You
I
see
see
the
a
castle.
castle.
Mhm.
And then when I don't look through it, it's not there. But when I look through it and I touch it, there's nothing.
No. When you look through it and you touch it, you feel it.
Wait, what?
It's weird. I don't understand this. When I don't
I'm
look through it and
gonna-
I touch it, there's nothing. When I look through it and I see it and I touch it, it's there. It's like if you know it's there, it's there.
I touch it again without the gem.
You don't
it's
touch
there.
it. No, it's not.
Never mind, it doesn't work like this. I don't know what to do.
I don't know if
suppose.
this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on where the castle would be.
You cast Fairy Fire on it, and it's how many? It's like 3 or 4? 3
What?
little orbs? Isn't that Fairy Fire? Or it has
No,
like
no,
three-
no, that's Dancing Lights. Fairy Fire is an area, it's 20 by 20 feet, and
Oh.
everything has to make a dex save, but items or like objects automatically fail.
Too much
and then they
information. I just needed the one I needed. Got it. All right, great. So, yes, indeed.
Nedy.
It-
Oh god.
And
It is-
essentially, it's also used for like lighting up invisible things.
Yeah.
In the area.
So I wouldn't say this is invisible.
Dim light! They shed dim light!
Yeah,
I'm gonna hold up the purple crystal.
you hold up the purple crystal. Okay.
Yeah.
Do what with it?
Oh, that's smart.
The purple crystal that the Wisp Squire needed.
Okay. With the Fairy Fire, you sort of see that the Fairy Fire doesn't go past 20 feet. It doesn't seem to illuminate anything, but it doesn't go past.
Does it illuminate the true seeing version?
It does.
Whoa. I don't understand this.
So you sort of see this just like hazy. What color did you pick?
It would probably be purple.
Okay, so you just see this hazy violet blob when you all are looking around. It's just kind of like this like a purple fog just sitting there. But when you're looking through the crystal, you see that it is illuminated, just outlined completely in a dim violet glow. Blow.
That's very pretty. What does it do?
It's supposed to reveal things that are invisible.
Winter.
I don't think it's invisible. Oh.
Winter, you see, so in front of the castle, essentially, it's just this, like, it's a very tall building. It's not a wide castle. It's wider than the road, but it's tall. And so, basically, in front of you, what you're seeing is, like, a massive flight of stairs going up about 40, 50 feet up to the doorwell. And right to the side of that wall is a small sconce, but it's not a torch sconce. It's just it's a sconce for something else, smaller. Smaller, much smaller than a torch. Something that fits in the palm of your hand or
Hey, give me the crystal. I think I know where to put that thing.
That's what she said.
The amount of
I'm a child!
leave.
Okay.
Wouldn't that
I'll go
more be
ahead.
like what? Like that's what he said.
I'm gonna
That's
hand
up
her
to
the
them.
I'm gonna hand Winter the purple crystal.
Oh, thank you.
You've
I'm
trusted
also
your
gonna
future.
question how a cat holds 2 crystals and spawns.
Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna look through the crystal, see if that works too.
No.
Oh.
You do sense magic emanating from it, but it is not that kind.
Boring.
It'll make
Oh
it
well.
fall out.
I'm gonna take my dragon over, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna hold the gem of seeing so that I can like the crystal. You know what I'm doing. I don't need to further explain anything.
Does he? Does he really?
Do any of us know?
Look at his face. Does he know what you're trying to say?
Yeah, but he always has that face when I'm talking to him. Oh wait.
Now you're getting it.
I don't think I did. Neither does Winter.
Well, I'm assuming you're holding the crystal of seeing so you can see the sconce while you try to place the other crystal that Buckshot
That's why I
found
did
into
like
the other.
that.
Yeah,
while doing
thankfully
that.
you had hand motions, and that was very descriptive.
Yeah. That's why that's why like I tried to.
He got it from your hand motions alone, not the words.
Yeah,
you were saying.
I mean that's why I try to utilize the visual aspect,
You said ass.
you know?
You said
Humor him.
you.
Don't.
Shut up, Ty. You want to be a butt, but you know what? You're part of this. You are part of this troop right here.
Why?
Okay, so you place the crystal into the sconce, or well, I call it a sconce, but I really feel it's not at this
Divot.
point. A divot, though. It's a small piece of metal that is extruding from the
Oh.
the castle brick, right?
Yeah, but it probably has a divot in there, right? Or oh, whatever. I placed the
so.
gem,
Okay.
the
You-
crystal, whatever it is.
You place the small purple crystal into it.
Mhm.
And we'll find out what happens after we take a quick 7-minute break, you guys. We'll be right back. Welcome back to It's a Crit. I am CJ.
hate this crew.
This is our campaign, FEYWILD FOLLIES. With me, as always, are these wonderful players. We have Nedy, Ty, and Aaron on top, and Dom and Chris on the bottom. Right now, we just left off, and Winter decided it would be a good idea to put in this mysterious purple crystal into this perfectly shaped random sconce that he only sees through the crystal of true sight.
But I
Alright.
rolled a dice to see if I would pounce at the will-o-wisps. See?
Yeah.
Some consequences I'm okay with, others I don't want.
You put the crystal in, and after a moment, it glows.
Hmm?
Everyone can see the glow, even though the crystal has disappeared, and it begins to wave, like almost like
I
when
went
it's
back.
when it's extremely. I want to kill you so bad right now.
Can we recon I pushed her off the carpet?
Oh my god.
The light bends in a way, and you're able to see a massive gothic dark castle in the middle of this bright, brilliant Feywild. And all around the castle are little will-o-wisps floating around in circles all up around it, up and down.
Do they all look angry?
It's hard to tell because your crystal now shatters.
What?
Yep. You're welcome.
Wait, what?
The crystal shatters.
The crystal or my gem?
The gem of true sight.
Excuse you?
It shatters. It breaks. She looks so traumatized.
I said that because I need something that's worth at least 500 gold pieces to summon my draconic spirit that has a dragon carved into it. I said I was gonna carve that into the gem.
Oh wait.
So I just want to point out that you just
No, I did nothing.
I guess that was the last dragon we've had so far for a while. Why does it? It's a magic item. It shouldn't just. That's the second magic item you took from me.
I don't take anything. It's the world. It's a cruel world. You're in the Feywild. All right. So
I already
it moved.
rolled.
You guys all now see this castle.
Whoa. Was that
I
always
don't
there?
want this anymore.
I don't.
I'd rather have no castle and my gem instead of no gem and the castle.
Let's go back.
Let's go. Let's retcon this. You guys never find the castle. You don't know where.
Also, then fuck him.
Yeah, who
like-
cares?
Like as I hold it, it shatters. It's like, oh no.
Well, the crystal doesn't break completely. It cracks. Or the gem, sorry. So it cracks and you can no longer see through it.
Why do you take everything fun from me?
I mean, you still have the crystal. I mean, it's technically still worth 500.
Joy I have. You
He's
take-
trying to be nice right now.
Yeah. Do you want to keep pushing it? Do you want to have no gem at all?
Originally, he said shattered, and he fixed it for you.
Yeah.
Thank you, CJ. I'm so grateful.
This has a very strong kid who got a birthday present that they didn't want vibes.
I wanted the
What do you
iPhone
say?
13, not the 11.
I wanted a BB gun, and I was good.
By the way, the slightly sticky, disgusting pinkish rain is still raining, by the way. So that hasn't stopped.
Why do you have to rain on my salad?
That's still not a phrase.
No.
No, you know there's a mix. You know how like you say we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. You mix two.
No. It's
You make a new
Minotaur
one?
under the bridge. It's Minotaur under the bridge. Come
I
on.
mean that's
Alright,
too,
anyway.
but
That's a
also
different
you know
one.
rain
That
on
is a
my
different one.
salad, rain on my parade. Saying,
But where's the salad come from?
I'm sure there's one.
As soon as the face, you knew.
It comes from really right in front of my salad. That's where it comes from.
Well, it looks like we're definitely here now.
You guys have found the
Yep.
castle.
That's I think the castle broke my item.
Yeah, that's great. We found what we're looking for.
Make my way to the door.
I shake
Yeah, I'll
it.
make my way downtown.
Walking fast.
Face is fast.
Both, all of you get the fuck out.
Homebound.
Do.
This campaign is now just BNC. You can tell the two DMs of the party were both just go like this.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, the fuck?
Yeah, the disrespect.
The absolute disrespect.
I
The fucking
forgot
goal.
to tie DMs a game. That's my bad.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Viewers, Nedy also DMs a game. Nedy also DMs games. But
Not for these idiots. Just want to point that out. For these
what do you
fucking
mean
idiots.
these? I've done nothing except to provide a compelling story of revenge and violence.
Broke my gem.
Oh my god, that's the thing you
And
take
my
away from this.
heart.
And if I broke your heart, you would be like dead because you need it to pump blood through your body.
Well,
I have not
am
stopped
dead.
Winter's heart yet.
Have you met me? I am dead inside.
Then you.
Knock, knock, CJ.
Yes.
Knock on the door.
Somewhat. I'm gonna move forward to the castle. We all see it now. Let's go.
Buckshot's
I'll move
already at the
to
door.
entrance.
Buckshot's
Never
already
mind, I'll
50 feet
follow
away
up.
at the door.
There's a dragon
Close to,
right behind
close
you
to
now.
Buckshot as well.
Well, don't you
Right
not have the
behind you.
dragon anymore because you don't have the crystal?
No, I still do. Wait, you said it's not gone. What?
You
Well, I already
weren't-
summoned
you
it.
didn't
I just have
accept
to
it.
hold
You said you weren't- you didn't want it.
I just need to hold concentration.
okay?
I'm gonna sit on my dragon. I'm gonna start carving into my wand of the war mage. Gotta draw a little dragon head.
Perfect. You fixed the problem.
The cat is now pouting on a
The cat is pouting.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the poutiest. It really, yeah. Okay, this is so in character. Perfect. All right.
Breaking news: Nedy is Winter.
Oh, no shit!
Breaking fucking news.
No shit!
So Veldrin, our off-stream campaign, Veldrin is Nedy's emo boy side, and then Winter is Nedy's pouty boy side.
Don't forget Raya.
Oh, and Raya just explains the rest of the time when he's not being.
Raya is.
Raya is.
I'm afraid to say what Raya is.
What's Raya's a 8 intelligence? I think it is, right?
8 intelligence, 7 charisma.
Perfect.
No, no
That
amount
and
of
also
strength.
Raya's preferences.
Oh yes.
Quote,
Ridley, look
That's
out!
no
All right.
fucking secret.
quote.
I was like, Ridley. If Raya ever sees Ridley,
Nah. There's more interesting ones in the actual campaign.
dang. All right then. On that fun note, you
really?
guys, Buckshot's at the door. Buckshot, what are you doing, my friend? Because your friends are behind you down the stairs, still walking
Getting
up very
breathed
slowly.
on by a dragon.
Okay, there's a dragon.
Buckshot.
Never mind. You're all
The
up there apparently.
pouty
Okay,
cat
never mind.
up top.
Yeah.
Here's a
I-
fun question.
I have a fun answer.
How do we store this carpet? We're not using.
Well, you roll it up and then you find out.
Yeah,
You
where
know,
do you,
shove
yeah,
it
where do you
somewhere.
store it?
I
Shove
don't
it.
know, because since you've got it, I've just been flying off it.
Shove it up your ass.
Nothing is stopping you from just continuing to fly.
I know, but if we're
Sure.
gonna go into a place, that's gonna be annoying.
I mean, you can just wrap it around the moorbounder and have it carry it.
sure, I'll do that.
Okay.
Perfect.
I am now buried inside a rug.
You know how you put like those blankets on like horses? I just do that with the carpet.
Okay. Sure. In
Perfect.
case anyone wants to ride it, that's fine. He's fine with it. He's warm.
Okay. Party, so you walk in. And everywhere across the castle there are no torches on sconces, but there are will-o-wisps sitting inside, staring down, essentially, at you. You wouldn't be able to tell now, but you know, it's
That's
there.
where's the light?
You just see the little will-o-wisps sitting in the sconce, illuminating the area. Each one brightening up, even more extending out their range of bright light as you pass by down this hallway.
Have you seen Howl's Moving Castle?
I read the book, I didn't see the movie.
I would
Oh.
watch
I didn't even know there was a book.
It's like a little flame who sits
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
fireplace.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Have you not all watched
I know that
Brave?
one. I know that
If you've
one.
watched Brave, you know what will-o-wisps look like.
True.
Okay. You're
DJ
walking.
has them, apparently.
Yep, you're walking
Okay,
down
alright.
the hall. You're walking down the hall. The carpet extends extremely far.
Oh, does it? There.
Daddy. I'm dead.
What? What?
I think
That's
that's
the little dragon head that Winter drew.
Oh, that's cute.
That's the little dragon head that he carved into the one of the war mage.
That's
Well, you can't
adorable.
expect a masterpiece with a dagger and some metal, okay?
Fair, fair.
The wand of the War Mage is made of wood.
Dom has been. Dom has died.
I had to mute myself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That just reminded me of Zuki's like battle plan that one day.
CJ,
I
Yes.
know.
Mo-
Anyways,
a
continue.
Molo Walomyu is going to regret this.
Who?
Yeah, because that's what I'm gonna call him from now on.
Oh, Amala Walamu.
Hey, can we stop referencing?
Yeah,
Private
we are
Campaign?
so lost right now. You guys are in the castle finally. You've been trying so hard to get to this castle, I think.
Maybe.
And then let's fucking do it there. I'll just hold this up, and this is gonna like everyone's gonna be
It's-
happy about it.
It's I see nostrils.
Just now.
I'm not sure.
Buckshot, where we going, mate? Let's go.
I'm following the other two.
Let's go. Meet this Queen of Wisp.
I
just
just throw the
walking
carpet on top of Basil and follow the other two.
I'm walking by crescendo.
Does my dragon fit inside the castle?
Yes, the doors are about 20 feet wide.
Okay.
You totally should have said no. That would've been brilliant.
Yeah.
You're gonna regret that later, CJ.
You just made me
Dom, are
happy
you
again, okay?
okay?
Can you not like, really
Okay, I'm okay.
Are
He's
you-
killing me right now.
You can't-
He's killing me.
The party comes upon another set of doors. On each side of the doors, there are standing braziers, 4.5 feet tall, with two larger looking will-o-wisps just sitting in there floating.
Oh, they must be so comfy. It's like their bed or something. What? What?
Do they look angry?
They certainly do now.
What did I do?
As I'm just kidding. All right, just kidding. So they are sitting in their little beds, and at the doors,
So I
essentially,
was right.
you come up to the doors, and yes, exactly. There are on each side of the door, to the opposite, to the if the door is in the middle, the two braziers are, or one brazier on each side, and there are two large stone statues. Soldier-like statues, warrior-like, carved with a sword or a spear and a shield. One has a sword, one has a spear, and a shield. Each one.
Huh.
Standing guard.
Okay. What race are they? Elven or are they just willow-wisps? Are they giant willow-wisps?
Do you have any stoneworker or masonry's tools?
To see what race they are, you need to know what stone they're made out of.
They are relatively weathered. It seems that
Oh.
they've been unkept, unmaintained.
In this hallway from the front door to
No,
this
it don't make
door,
sense.
is it just hallway, no other doors along the wall at all?
When you came this way, yes.
And how long is the hallway?
You guys walked for about 100 feet.
And he says about 20 feet across. How high is the ceiling?
What's 20 feet across?
Well, if the door was 20 feet across.
The door
to
was
get
20
into
feet.
the-
Yeah, the hallway's maybe 30. Let's say. Yeah, sure.
Okay. And
How high is the ceiling?
Yeah.
Well, you can't see the top from here.
Really?
It keeps going.
Huh.
I turn to the will-o-wisp. Are we entering in there?
Hold that thought. I'm gonna grab my carpet back from the Moorbounder
God damn it.
The more
and
bounds
see if
now
there's
cold.
anything of interest higher up in this hallway.
Okay. Can I get a random perception check from all of you real fast for no reason?
All right.
Random
I don't
person.
trust that. I
My
do not
draconic
trust that.
spirit too.
No, it doesn't count.
Almost a
Just players.
13.
You know, to impress people, I am going to add 2 points of inspiration to this.
To impress people?
What?
I want to reroll.
Witcher!
You
Your
had-
dice blocked me!
You know,
You see that?
You know, I
Which
was.
was poison? What?
You know, I was.
That
wondering
doesn't actually work like that, but okay.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Your
You saw
mic
that,
is
right?
your mic
To
is
impress
beeping.
people, I'm gonna
You
use
sound
my
so-
inspiration.
you
Rolls
sound
the
so bad.
lowest number.
I thought
Yeah.
just for shits and giggles, I was like, oh, it's a 9. I'm gonna try and re-roll this to be better, but as I currently have the best score of everyone, I should not risk that.
Yeah. Shit. I have a. Okay.
13.
Hey, we all have an order: 12, 13, 14, 15,
Perfect.
Yeah.
and
Cool.
8.
All right, thanks. You can continue what you were doing, Aaron.
Yeah,
What?
so I'm essentially just taking the
That's not enough?
carpet, and if the ceiling goes up as high,
You hear
where I can't see
voices,
the top
Winter.
of it.
Yep.
I
I
do that all the
just-
time.
Through a wall. All right, yes, you're continuing up.
Okay, that's a little unusual.
I'm just looking for any sort of any sort of door or anything, or is it just like straight walls all the way up? I'm essentially going to see how high this goes. if
Walls
there's
and
anything-
windows,
Closet.
and each window is covered with what is it? Stained glass. So you can't see. They're all opaque, so you can't see outside. Light filters in once you reach a certain height, but you cannot see outside of it.
Do the stained glass depict anything specific, or is it just like abstract?
It
colors?
looks like a simple will-o-wisp in the center. It's a colored center with like either white, blue, or pinkish red, or yellow, and then the outside edges is just like multiple, like almost triangles of just darker colors between purples and blacks. Hmm.
Okay, if I don't see anything else of interest, it looks like it may be like there's no sort of door or like balcony type window thing that would be where the
Once you reach about
New doors?
200 feet, there begin to be little doors. Enough for a small creature.
they're just doors that open out into this massive.
Well, you'd have to open the door and find out where it opens to.
No, I mean like
course.
there's wall and then door, so there's nothing. There's no like platform under the doors.
No, just
my
door
side?
that opens. Yep.
For small creatures,
For small creatures, yes.
Okay,
don't
Um,
you dare.
I'll probably be up there checking shit out for a little bit. So if you want
Okay,
to see what they're doing,
Perfect. So yeah,
What voices?
you were talking. Voices. You hear voices coming through the door that's in front of you.
Huh?
You can't tell what exactly, but there's multiple voices.
Does one of them sound like Osnan?
It's hard to tell, really. You can't be sure. Maybe wishful thinking.
I think Osna might be in there. But it might not be him either. I'm not sure. I hear voices.
I'm gonna go for the door.
Okay, you go for the door, and you realize the door is actually nothing but a facade for a stone wall.
Oh,
That's where I broke my gem.
That's not why I broke your gem, but okay.
Someone didn't want me to see all the things that we are not supposed to see.
That is not why. That is.
That's what I'm gonna tell myself. Though.
Okay then. Okay.
oh, is this not the way in? I turn to one of the will-o-wisps.
And you hear door, door, door. Small, small, small. Down, down, down.
Down.
And you look down, and like at the bottom, there's a door for a tiny creature.
Oh.
Thank God.
I lay down. I'd open the tiny door.
Okay. You try to
Oh
open
my
the tiny door, and it does. It opens with an abnormally loud creaking sound of a door who's hasn't been used in ages.
Quick
Just the-
question.
yeah. Mhm.
Sorry, I thought you were You were done.
You're fine. Go ahead.
Is there a table with like drinks and biscuits on there? Cookies?
No,
For some reason.
there's not.
You know, maybe a potion that says drink me
No,
and a
but
cookie
there-
that says eat me.
Nothing that says that at all, except there is a crescendo descending now on top of you.
So, yeah, upstairs there's some stained glass windows and a bunch of little doors in the wall, way up high, like
Oh,
200 feet or so.
that's a lot of feet.
Yeah, it goes up pretty far.
I think they get this many feet.
You keep your puns to yourself, Nedy.
It was actually just Winter going, that's really up, like, far up high.
I'm gonna go
That's
watch
on
it.
you
No,
guys.
I'm gonna go watch a recording, and I see I saw the smirk now, and I will show you later. So, don't try to lie to me on the street. I saw that.
I actually did.
I saw the smirk at the moment you said it. Just a little like. Just-
Don't you lie to me.
Okay, correct.
All right, so we're gonna let that happen. So anyway, crescendo,
no.
not crescendo. Basil, Twig,
Yes.
Buckshot. What do you do now that this really loud, quiet, tiny doors happened and crescendo has descended with more information? What do you guys do with
I'm-
that information?
I am jumping on top of Buckshot and trying to see through the door.
Oh God. Okay. You do so. Yeah, you can't see through the door because you are too big. Unless you shove your eye against it, I guess you could do that.
I kind of just knock Buckshot's head out of the way and look in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go against him.
Oh my God. Okay.
like two siblings try to push each other out of the way.
Oh my God.
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I pet the dragon.
You pet the dragon.
Reminds me of home.
Twig, is that what you're focused on right now?
Sorry.
It's like that thing. Oh my gosh. So Twig, right now they've opened the door, but both of them are trying to look through. Both the Warbrander and Buckshot are trying to look through the door, dropping to the ground, trying to push each other out of the way so neither can see through the door.
So what's
And-
above the? It's just big doors that are. What's above the tiny door?
It looks like the rest of the door, so it's a tiny door inside of the bigger door. But the bigger door is again just a stone wall. That looks like a door.
Are the statues part of the illusion or just the door?
What illusion? It's not an illusion. It's actually like a carved door in the wall.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression that when you went to touch the door, that
No, it's just it's yeah. You feel the handle. It's part of the wall.
how tall are the statues again?
About 15 feet tall, 10, 15 feet tall. It's somewhere in there.
I'm gonna use the carpet so I can get a better look and higher up, so it's not because if they're that tall. See if I can find any sort of means of like a switch or way to open something.
Okay.
With the
Roll an
statues.
investigation check.
Come on.
Investigation. Cool. Never mind.
You find a gem in the center of the what would be the face, but it is actually a faceless visage.
You gave me a gem on a nat 1. I don't like that at all. Sketchy as fuck.
That is weird.
But I have a wisdom of 5, so I grab the gem.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, no, honestly, the moment he said gem, I was like, oh no. He's gonna grab that.
If my wisdom were higher. I'd
Yep.
probably
No,
do it.
it's perfect. No, I agree 100%. Like, if you wouldn't have grabbed that thing, I would have been a little disappointed.
What happens when I grab the gem?
Oh god.
The ground shakes, but you don't feel it. But everyone else does on the ground.
I immediately fly up 5 feet.
As both of the statues come to life,
Oh great.
you feel them tear themselves away from the wall, from their posts.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit!
They take one step forward and both turn inward towards each other essentially facing the two on the ground. So they move forward, they turn 90 degrees about face, and then look down. 3 motions. Boom, boom, boom.
I'm thinking of
Oh,
an
no.
idea to get in there, Basil.
And as they're talking on the ground, both stick their closer hand to the wall. If they turn 90 degrees inward towards it, the arm closer to the door side of each of these giant statues pushes the door in, the wall in, and you just see the stone in the center where the crease is begin to crack and just break into a separation, a fissure, and the doors slowly slide open inward towards a main hall.
That was the best night one we ever had. Ever.
Guys, I think I did the good thing. I'll kind of scroll down. I'll pocket the gem.
Okay.
How big is it?
Inch and a half.
Okay. I'm gonna regret doing this, but yeah, I pocket it.
All right.
And then I'll go back down with the party and put the carpet back on the warband.
Perfect.
Actually, no. I'm just gonna have the carpet kind of hover, like torso level with me behind us, just like following us as we go.
Okay.
I am going to jump on top of the carpet.
And after coming in contact with the gem, while you keep it, you feel fidgety. That's all you
Wait,
can
what?
tell right now. You feel fidgety.
When I come in contact with what?
After having come in contact with the gem, you started to feel fidgety all of a sudden, and it just doesn't go away. It's not like a overbearing sense of anxiety or anything like that, but it just makes you feel fidgety now.
Like I want to steal stuff?
No,
What?
just like fidgety. I mean, like kind of like not anxious, but like that level of just like not being able to sit still, kind of just like feeling the need to wiggle around a little bit.
So like being a drummer, just sitting there. Cool.
Yeah.
So he feels like himself.
Yes.
That's a
Being a drummer, told not to play anything so the band can talk.
I don't
Yes.
understand how much I hated that for.
Yes, well, you can't understand how much we hated the other side of it, but that's what.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, I get it.
No. It's all right.
Get the fireman.
We were in a band together. That's why. So it's just.
Bird going.
There's always a drummer who just like the band needs to sit there and talk about like what they just did, and they're just like, yeah, we got this. This is a cool thing, and the drummer's just in the back just. I can't hear shit. No one can hear each other anymore because the drummer starts playing, and it's just like, just stop for a minute. Shut up. We're gonna talk.
Wow.
Like
The
every
sword
drummer.
here
It's just like
is
it's
tangible.
every drummer ever.
Yeah, it's not even some drummers. It's every drummer.
Every
does
drummer
this.
does that at practice, and it's just
I will not deny this.
all
You
right.
would
So,
be lying.
okay, so the door is opened, and inside you see a throne, black upholstery, with there are these like bluish purple like rivets of metal around it, lined with again a jet black lining and purple lining, and sitting on it is an Eladrin. It's obvious from here. The Eladrin is green.
Oh, summer Eladrin?
Spring.
Spring,
I don't know
okay.
what I expected, but I didn't expect. I don't know.
What did you expect?
I don't know. The Eladrin is sitting there regally. I don't know. The Eladrin is looking at you. The Eladrin is doing something. But no, the Eladrin is green.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
He does like the color green.
Sure.
The Eladrin is green, and it's sitting there, and you can see from here that it's surrounded by wisps.
I think that one's sick.
And there are other figure standing there. You see a minotaur.
Look
Is it
happy.
Ozdon?
With the minotaur's back is towards you, facing towards the throne.
Yeah, does he have 1 or 2 arms?
Does he have 1 or 2? Good question.
We can see that even with his backside towards us.
Can you? Not if he's
Yeah.
angled
CJ.
perfectly in the way that you cannot see.
CJ! You're fine.
How
Fine.
convenient!
Fine.
Twig is gonna march in and see if it's Oznon.
It's
So
no.
once
I mean,
it's-
you could see from back here. It does indeed have 1 arm missing.
Motherfucker.
What?
Twig is
My
marching
act.
in. Twig is just barging in.
Oh, no.
Alright, guys, he's doing his thing.
Oi, Ozdon!
Who knew?
You could just see like the minotaur for a moment just kind of like turns its head, not facing you, but just turns its head, turns
What
its way
the
back. to-
hell, mate? We were on the bridge. We had to fight those crowds with guns, and you just dished us like that? Also, you hid your tracks, made us take with these will-o-wisps. I lost my legs for a second.
And you
had to
just
eat
hear
this horrible-
there's this pulse of like light shoots out from the throne, and you just hear a silence.
What happens, Twig?
It's a silent spell, so you guys can counterspell it, or if you guys are immune to the spell, then that's fine too.
Oh!
No.
I'm
It's
a
a
bull
spell.
bounder.
It's just a silent spell, though. Well, then again, counterspell is just a 3rd level. Should I really do that? That's quite disrespectful. Do I
It
care
is.
enough?
We did-
How far away is that person? CJ.
I'm
How far-
measuring.
how far away
I'm
is-
measuring
oh,
how far I want it to be.
Okay. Oh, okay.
100 feet, I guess, is the number
Yeah,
today.
No, no counterspell. Fuck that. Nope. Like I can't reach that.
Oh, okay,
Never mind. Okay, sorry.
great.
Given an educated guess, this might be the Baroness. I'm gonna rush over the Twig and jump on him.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Just jump on his back and just like hug him, or something. So Twig, you feel the impact of him behind.
Twig. We need to pull back a bit.
Twig is just like doing a lot of hand gestures right now, angrily at Oznon.
Roll me an insights check, Twig.
I don't think Osnan is himself right now.
That's a 15.
Twig, you're able to tell that now that you're angrily uncussing at Osnan, that Osnan clenched the fist he had, but you can see by his body language that he's not clenching it at you. He's clenching it at the figure on the throne. It seems he didn't like what was done to you.
And silently, he looks over to Buckshot and tries to mouth, like, but he's mouthing something, but he's pointing at the throne. Just,
I'm gonna.
And then you'll hear "speak," and the silence is gone. Sorry.
I was gonna be smart, but sure. It's okay.
something is going on with Oznon on that throne. Oh, I can speak now. All right.
When you mouth your words, you usually don't say them out loud.
Well, I mean, when you're silenced, maybe you feel like you're talking, but you can't really feel talking, so debatable.
Wait, wouldn't that be the other way around? You feel like you're not talking, but you're actually talking?
No.
No, no, but like you feel like you're. You
Think
feel
about that
like
for
you're...
no. Go ahead, think about it.
No, but like
You think
no,
about that. We'll get back to you.
If
Okay.
you say you feel like you're talking, but you're not actually talking, would make him say it out loud the moment the silence is gone. The other way around would be the. I'm gonna draw that for you.
You- okay.
I'm gonna make a diagram so that you can follow my thought.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Diagrams are
Twig.
helpful.
Twig
It's
is.
gonna resemble a slinky going down the stairs.
Okay.
Twig is gonna take off his little flower hat and put it to his chest and say, Oh dear Baroness, I have brought you Buckshot, who have brought you the gem that your page has went for into the lake. We are here in good intentions. He looked at Buckshot. I think I nailed that. Right.
As you're sitting there,
That's all he had.
as you're sitting there stumbling on your words, many of the wisps spin a little faster all around this figure on the throne.
Oh, they're excited.
And you kind of notice from here that the chair seems to be moving, the throne itself. Something's moving around the chair, but it's not the chair itself. It's something on the chair, something tube-like, something long, and it looks like it might have leaves on it, but it's black. It twists and churns and...
Nature check?
Okay.
Is it a female or a male figure?
The figure is feminine.
As we walked in,
Did I
was there
roll for it?
anything? So the throne's here. Was
Yeah, I
there
got the roll.
anything like in the opposite corners of the door? Because if we're looking this way, we wouldn't immediately look to that side. Or
Oh,
was there anything
you
in
to the
the,
sides?
on the corners?
Like wait, in the corners behind the throne, kind of, or
No,
or
the corners
perpendicular?
of the wall that we're coming from.
In the corners. More stone statues.
Uh-oh.
How many?
Two more inside, 2 outside, 2 inside, and then there's 2 more on the far corners. So there's a total of 6.
How likely is it that we die? 2, okay, we're good. 4, okay. 6, okay, dead.
Yeah.
All right. And now that you guys have had a few moments in here, as you stop and you look up to the in this massive cathedral, there is a giblet. And in the giblet, which is those cages they put the humanoids in back with like pirates and stuff,
Oh, got it.
the giblet, you see a pair of legs just dangling down.
Do they look like Tavan's legs?
As it lowers,
How far up?
as it is
Fine.
as it is being lowered. I was like a little excited about the legs there, Nedy. Okay, like
Because I was gonna ask if I see Tavan somewhere, and then I'll let you describe your thing, and I'm like, this is a good moment.
as the giblet is lowered, you do
Yes.
see Tavan
I fucking knew
trapped
it.
inside a cage.
Well, fuck that.
Him in his blue Eladrin form. Again, he is a winter Eladrin.
Yeah.
Sitting there. Not resisting. And at a glance, not seeming unconscious, nor gravely wounded. Simply sitting in the cage.
Sus.
Greetings, Talvon.
And you'll just... another pulse of light. Insolence!
Oh.
This is my throne. You will address me.
Can we all hear this, or just Buckshot? Sorry.
All of you hear it. That's a booming voice coming
What?
from that throne.
I am
What did,
so.
what did it say again? Sorry.
Doesn't sound
What?
right.
Insolence. This is my court. You address me. Or my throne. You will address me.
Okay.
I think we found her.
I am
That-
so tempted to just drop Wild Shape just to sass this person and then put it back up
Yes.
again.
Go back into wild
Yes.
shape.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I'm not going to. I'm not
Oh.
going to because I only have 2 uses of it.
Yeah, Buckshot. You know this is not the Mistress of Madness. The Mistress of Madness is a summer Eladrin who is orange.
Good lord.
And this was green.
This is a green
Guys,
spring
we-
Eladrin.
Guys, we need to find one more Eladrin, and then we have them all. We have the whole collection.
It's like Pokemon. Gotta
Right.
catch 'em all, Pokemon. Do I get like copyright struck for that? Okay, anyway. So
Not if you butcher the melody like that.
Oh shit.
As long as it's less than 10 seconds.
Wow, that was a roast and a half.
Yeah, that was bad. CJ's
Wow.
not gonna let that one slide. You're gonna suffer for that one later.
Yeah, tell
What?
the
It
singer
was
that.
not the right melody.
Guys, can we get an RIP for Winter in the chat?
Yeah. Let's see what Nedy's next character is.
That was even more insulting because CJ's an actual vocalist.
Yeah.
Ew, it just. You know what? I'm not gonna
Ooh.
take it back. No, I stand by it.
Ooh.
Oh, you're doubling down? Okay. It was a pleasure meeting Winter.
All right, guys. RIP for our next Nedy's character too. After that one, after Winter.
Tavan is dropped down and the voice speaks. How do you respond, party?
I'm gonna let go of Twig and step forward a bit.
Wait, you were holding on, Twig.
And you can say that,
Oh,
like,
right.
you could say that Tavan is maybe like 70% of the way from the door to the throne. I guess if it helps with distance, like if you think of from the door to the throne, 100 feet. So Tavan's about 70 feet forward, right up. And you can say that the Minotaur is maybe 10 more feet closer to you guys off to the side. If you need that
so
much,
there
if you
is-
need that like spatial awareness.
There's still a
spatial-
lot of space between the throne and everybody.
But it's
Yes.
approaching us, right? The throne.
Okay, I imagine.
No, no, the throne is moving, as in writhing, slithering amongst itself.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that's what I meant. That's why the throne itself is not moving it out of place, but it seems to be moving, turning, twisting,
I-
Ew.
That
writhing.
helps because I imagine Osnon like up
Yeah.
against like.
Got it.
I want to approach. I'm going to go onto Oslin's side,
Okay.
to the side that he has his arm on, and I'm
Is-
just going to
Which
sit
is his
there
left.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just going to sit there and purr and rub my head against him.
And
I'm
Twig
glad
is
you
gonna
made
go-
it.
Huh?
He's all, I'm glad you made it safely.
He doesn't know that I can wild shape, does he?
Yeah, I know he does. I think.
He does?
I think you were a
Did he-
Morbanda before already.
True. I was.
Remember, you guys fought before.
Yeah, I forget.
You guys are the reason he doesn't have an arm. Yeah.
Very, very bad.
Specifically
I-
Twig.
I
Yeah.
didn't worship.
You didn't
I
want to
didn't
in the battle.
worship in that fight though.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
yeah,
But I
I-
mean,
I
I think
know
it's pretty. I feel like it's pretty safe to assume you're a druid type class or a nature caster. Seeing as you have
Maybe.
flowers growing out of you and you eat moss.
Moss.
The moss is the key. Yeah. Okay. So.
Moss is the important part. Yes.
So you've stepped here. Okay.
Yes.
Twig is gonna say, "We come in good faith to you, Baroness, as we have seen you have safely secured our friend Tavan." Is that good? Is that good, Buckshot? Am I doing good? I have never dealt with any rural types like this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm usually like pillaging and stuff.
Do we really call him a friend when she doesn't like him?
So, are we friends with Tavan?
Friends is such a good. Oh,
We are.
And give Twig a pinch on the side.
Less friends and
I'm-
more begrudged ally.
Wait, Winter has something. Begrudged allies.
oh, guys, you might hate me for this. I'm gonna
We
cast
probably-
friends.
On the
On who?
the throne figure.
Yeah.
That is a terrible idea.
Okay. Let's go.
This is
Why
your
did you
chance
roll
to
the dice, Nedy? I'm kidding.
kill Winter now. This is your shot.
Yep. Fuck, I'm not close enough. I can't get there.
I cast
Slit
Message
its
Stone,
throat
hit
before
the
it can
cat.
fuck us over. Cast friends.
I'm just saying
Cast-
that it is about it here because this person is probably very high on charisma and or wisdom.
There is no save. There is no save involved. It's just a minute of me having advantage on charisma checks.
And after that minute, person's
Yep, after a
automatically
minute things
hostile.
will go sideways. So guys,
Yeah,
we have
no,
a
we have
minute.
to go. We have to go.
So,
Do you have it in
Right.
your?
this is-
Do you have it prepared?
Yeah, I have it in D&D Beyond. I forgot to put the cantrip in on Forge. I'm sorry, it's on D&D Beyond.
I don't use D&D Beyond. It's Forge.
Oh my god, yeah, I know. I told you I updated Forge by hand. See, I'm gonna put it in right now.
Then put it in. I'll wait.
Friend, I miswrote. I misread.
Friends.
I am
wrote
fr-
friends.
I am freaking out.
Friends.
What is the plan? What do we do?
No
we have to
plan.
run now.
I mean, I said my thing, and then they cast friends.
so
Okay.
I know we just came in here,
Oh,
and you are friends with Talon, but we're also friends with Talon, and we really miss him, because he's a really good friend of ours. What if I trade you a dragon for Talon and the Minotaur? Like, look at him, and I pet my dragon. It's a white one.
I have no need for a false dragon.
Oh shit, she knows. Never mind.
We're fucked.
Hmm. What if I can get you a real dragon?
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm gonna use 2 points of inspiration.
I'm gonna use
Yep.
2 points,
But
giving you a +5. All right.
All of the inspiration. Just use it all.
That is a 31.
Oh,
Jesus
never mind.
Christ.
Yes.
Well, let's see what the best possible outcome for the situation is.
I forgot that I had that I was proficient.
See, just like panic used inspiration. Just
There are 2 types of charisma. There's the persuasion and the deception.
Yeah.
While the Baroness is distracted by winter, I'm gonna reach in my pockets and prepare magic stones because
You want to
We're gonna
throw them
need
at the cat?
We're gonna need them.
yes.
I get
Okay.
that.
okay then. Great. So yes. I'm just trying to process what's going on here. As a DM, guys, you need to be able to shift immediately, pivot based on what players do and say. So, all right. So, Winter.
I hope that Crescendo is grabbing Talon right now.
What information you gave him with?
Well, I said,
Guys, get ready to do something.
Basil, I want to.
You said nothing of the sort.
I want you to
I
roll
did.
insight for me, Basil.
And I didn't hear it.
I will. And because this feels important, I'm going to put 1 inspiration point.
Because this feels important. 1 point of inspiration for a +2 to your roll.
Yes.
yeah.
28. Tell me the fucking birth date. What sign are they? I want to know.
what did they eat?
Tava's an Aquarius.
You recognize that this creature is not itself. You
I cannot-
recognize the influence, albeit angry or in a negative fashion, the influence of Yalia. This reminds you of the disease.
We should not be fucking with this. We should not be fucking with this. We should not be fucking with this. We should not be fucking with this.
It would have been great to have that information before I did this.
Yeah. No, we should definitely not be fucking
now,
with this.
now, it is not she herself embodied. That is not the feeling you're getting. But whatever this black substance is that is covering everything
It comes
feels
from
of
Yalia.
her. Feels of her. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I repeat my statement. We should not be fucking with this. Whatever she's doing, she has a reason to. I trust that. The Mobile is immediately going to back off. Just straight up. at the very, very back of the group, as close to the door as I can get.
All right,
I am
so the crazy
bleeding
turtle that can turn
straight
into
up.
animals is backing the fuck off. That's a problem.
Yeah, it is. I don't walk. I run back. I just immediately, I notice this and I fucking get out of there.
Okay.
Are-
Roll me
Are
a
you
dex
gonna-
check.
Okay.
Cool.
As the rest of you see,
You guys
while the
see,
Moorbender
like,
runs. Yeah, go ahead.
you guys see the Moorbounder's like ears like stand at attention, it becoming rigid for a moment, and then just immediately booking it the other way. Dex check or save?
Check.
Check.
Oh, damn.
As you begin.
and I do have more bounded dex, so 22.
Okay. Nat 20 just kind of takes it.
I don't know. Fucking whatever.
The-
I got the 22. Yeah, sorry.
The more
Well, if
Moorbender
the DC
begins
was 20,
sprinting,
you failed.
sprinting back
Imagine.
to the door. As you do, these web-like tendrils of vine. It's like they're vines, plant vines, but also covered in some sort of sticky substance that's almost web-like, as it's inseparable from the vine itself. Fire at you.
Okay.
As spears, almost javelin speed. All of you see Tavon looks like he tries to speak but is unable to. Reaches his hand out trying to yell something, but it's all happening too quickly. Is unable to make noise. And Oznan barely has enough time to duck, as you can see like 3 of them jut past him, just barely missing. And they strike right underneath the paws of the Moorbounder. And you just hear this horrible shriek, banshee-like in nature, emanate from the chair, from the throne. How do any of you take an action in these few moments as it's going? Is there anyone that wants to react, or do you want to wait a moment and see what happens next?
I'll just say that we stand against the Mistress of Madness.
When you say that, the Green Eladrin, who is wearing this dark armor, clad in black, the same as the stone walls and the trimmings, for a moment tries to grab at its face, tries to pull this layer of thick, sticky substance from it, and it just almost uncovers the mouth and is unable to, and the hand releases as it sticks back to where it was. And that is where we'll leave it for today, party. We will find out next time. What is this person covered in? What are these vines? What is this influence on this castle? Why is a spring Eladrin bright, flowery, and green inside of a dark, gothic castle, followed and surrounded by will-o-wisps, undead spirits, left behind in agony? We'll find out next time. So if you guys enjoyed it, please, follow us here on Twitch. Go ahead and subscribe if you can to help support the channel. Amazon Prime is a fantastic way to also help support. That's for free. Follow us on Twitter for updates on the shows, time changes, or anything else you need. It's a Crit with 3 T's on Twitter. And if you want to catch up on previous episodes, you can watch It's a Crit Official on YouTube. FEYWILD FOLLIES episodes are up there, and we also have Into Antirium up to date. Our Into Antirium campaign is Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific. And if you're free next Wednesday, well, drop on by 8 p.m. Pacific time for another episode of FEYWILD FOLLIES. See you guys.